This island. Be still.
Always free with
That's why mine are always black.
There we go.
Hereafter, so that we remember our bonds, we shall always come together in a circle.
It's not so much chill. We hit so many different topics and jump all over.
To hear and tell of deeds good and brave.
You went full cookie puss.
Hi, I'm just look.
I will build a round table where this fellowship shall meet.
That's why it's the round table. We're all equals here.
Well, at least I'm not pulling a rickshaw.
Remember it well then, this night, so that in the years ahead, you can say, I was there that night.
There's a lot of shots being fired.
And it sounded like somebody was sucking down their microphone like a slack jaw bundle of sticks.
Whoa, there's no gay frogs here.
Good and evil, there never is one without the other. Where hides evil then in my kingdom? Always where you never expected.
It passes through Antifa ranks. It smells like cat piss and kitty litter.
Yeah.
Impeccably.
I know a few YouTubers who smell like that.
And look upon this moment. Say, buddy, rejoice with great gladness.
And welcome to the round table.
For it is the doom of men that they forget.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday Roundtable. That intro was done by the awesome Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. My tap lieutenant. No, but he was here a minute ago. He just vanished. But he does that from time to time. He'll pop in and he'll break more balls because he's awesome like that. But I want to say a quick hello to everyone I got on panel here. We got Angelus Draven is in the house. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How's everybody else doing?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Hanging in there.
Yeah.
Chris, how you doing, my friend?
Dude, this weekend went by way too quickly.
Yeah, I blinked.
It's already Sunday night. What the hell, man?
Yeah, it's
no fair.
This whole month actually just kind of went by in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So someone's hit the fast forward button on us. It's crazy.
Yep.
We got the doc in the house. We got a Digger Outlaw. How you doing, my friend?
I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. No, I'm doing good.
I'm glad you're feeling pretty. I find
It's fashionable now for guys to feel pretty.
Oh, no.
Get my Bud Light. There we go.
Uh-oh. That was a performance artist. That wasn't even what never mind. We also have super fan Adam Shawhan. And look at that.
Oh,
He's
man.
the NWO champ right there.
But Budweiser, I mean, for anybody that was drinking that cheap shit, I hope you found a better beer. But man, is it nice to see bad things happen to people that deserve it.
Yeah. Well, again, that was just cat piss anyway. It wasn't beer.
Yeah. Go drink a real beer.
Everybody knows that. Let me say a quick hello out there to the awesome people in chat. Some people, wow, dude, you were here from almost 6 o'clock today.
I was
nice.
bored.
First one in. So was Draven.
Yeah.
And we got Toy Mafia. What's up, man? We got Keely Chow, Lion Rotten. How you doing, brother? Always good seeing you. We got Papa Cotton's in the house. What's up, man? You saying hi, kids? And the King of Squibs. Nice. Godzillionaire just popped in. Sweet. Always awesome to see you. Yeah, we're gonna hit some topics today, but like the main one is gonna be the Resident Evil stuff because I love these games. Just cleared the remake of 4 this past week and Village. So I finally I finally cleared that up, and I did the DLC, the backup story, which was also really cool. Interesting stuff. And we're also going to kind of break down where the future of the franchise is going to go because there was some stuff that was dropped, and I was going to hit some stuff regarding horror and kind of what makes a good horror. We got Trina on there.
Horror.
Horror. What's up, Trina? I hope you're feeling better. But yeah, I want to kind of hit a few different things. Something I saw that was on the lines of horror as well. Did everyone see what's going on over in the UK? They are they're literally
Empire's
the next
fallen.
thing. Yeah, the next thing they're going after. It looks like it's straight up kitchen knives. No joke. Assault kitchen knives.
They have a lot of imports that decided, well, we don't have guns, so we're going to use the next best thing, and those imports are going nuts with knives.
Yep. They're not willing to address the issue, so instead they're just penalizing their natives. Good for them.
It's not the importation culture; it's the knives. It has to be the knives.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've had knives here our whole lives, but
Yeah, it's right here. This is Daily Mail Online. Post. This is a bunch of different news articles are putting that out. Kitchen knives will be able to be seized from homes under the crackdown on Dangerous Weapons Act. So we have right here, we have assault kitchen knives. That's the next one.
I love that communism.
Yep.
Gosh, a couple of those are really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yep.
Absolute insanity, dude. Thoughts?
Yeah,
Coming here next. I don't know.
Well,
Insanity.
who's the person there with the binder? Because that looks a little. She looks a little Druish.
I think she's Indian or something. I don't know.
Actually, I went to Hogwarts and thought house elf, profile kind of looks.
Oh my god!
You'll never forget it now.
Some of these memes are hilarious too. I don't think someone was talking about getting a prick. They said, "Hold on." They're not autistic enough to understand this post, so they're self-medicating. It looks like.
Dude, this is this is the collapse of an empire. We're watching its death throes.
Yeah. Civilians don't need to own assault knives. They don't have the training to use them. All food will be paste soon. The bug paste, easy to use.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Yep.
Oh, this is great. Oh my god, the chefs get the chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with knives being potentially being outlawed over there, what's next? What's the weapon of choice after that?
A spoon. It hurts more. It's blunt.
Or is it bigger? Like
Oh my god. Well,
all you have to do is look at Cuba. They did the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, they went after the house knives after they went after the guns.
Yeah, and then like if you wanted to use a tool, a hammer, something for your house, you have to go check it out from the community. Where their warehouse is, you have to sign it out. You can't own your own tools.
Oh, look, we got Monotonies in the house. What's up, brother?
Tony! I tried to be strong.
What?
I tried to be strong, but Chris was Jewish, so I ordered the Tears of the Kingdom Switch. All because of Chris's ethno-religious beliefs.
There we go. We're blamed for everything.
And peer pressure too, right, Tony?
Well, it comes out on Friday, and I'm like, I've had a few people like, yeah, I'm going to pick mine up on Friday, and I'm like, I never had like the Zelda edition 3DS or the Zelda edition this or that. I'm a fan. Like, I ain't I started playing during Twilight Princess. Like, I've been a fan since the fucking beginning.
Golden cartridge, right?
The power of Chris compelled you.
Yeah, brother.
That's right. It's futile to resist us.
Always those darn yous.
I was there at the beginning. I was there for Zelda 2. The fuck is this? Like,
Zelda.
I was there.
I'm sorry. We were talking about Chris's people as we had a Yahtzee on the screen here.
Right.
Yes.
Don't forget this is Leonardo DiCaprio's sugar daddy.
And that guy Dom Lucre or whatever, who's always like exposing people on Twitter. Like basically he just had a tweet thread, proof that certain Epps, who isn't Mike Epps, was definitely a big Trump supporter, and he's exposing him right now. Like,
Mhm.
speaking of Yahtzees, so
Wow. Jeez.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I need to read through that later. I just don't know how safe it is for the tube.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy. There's a lot of hot, button topics and stuff that are out there right now. But yeah, you just came in while we were talking about how England is going to seize kitchen knives. Assault kitchen knives are the new assault rifle.
Yeah. Don't you have to
It's
show ID
incredible,
to
like
buy a
pop-
butter knife?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
But
think
you know,
you
the
do.
real problem infesting the entire world right now is automatic butter knives. They are a danger
Yeah.
to everybody on the planet, and we must remove them.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's wow. What do you say to this stuff? It's really insane. Yeah,
Get
Gordon
off the
Ramsay,
meth,
England's
please.
top criminal.
Yeah. Kitchen nightmares. He gets like swatted on air.
Holy crap! It's maddening. All this stuff is.
At least
But,
my people are
one-
safe. Less pointy objects in the world.
Yeah, no, this is true.
We found the culprit.
Yeah, we did.
You blame the Jews, and it turned out to be the vampires.
Damn dirty vampires.
We had hold on. There were some great memes people put out there too. This was a nice one. I have 10 guns. If the government takes 10 from me, how many do I have left? 19. I have 19 guns left because I lied to those commie bastards.
Lost all of mine in a fishing accident. Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's incredible. There could be another reason why crime is kind of going through the roof over there. It's not just the knives that aren't jumping out of kitchen drawers and stabbing people. It's
Just
the
keep banning things.
Yeah. Just take the kitchen knives.
them trying
so
to be
this way you
diverse.
can't cut your meat.
But
Yeah.
just keep banning things till you get to Play-Doh.
Not knives today, toothpicks tomorrow.
Toothbrushes and toothpaste too.
Yeah.
Vegetable
Yeah.
oil and wicks, or
look-
cotton rope.
What is
Correct.
white other? What is white other? I don't know.
God only knows.
Maybe like
Uh,
Hispanic.
That's
Hispanic
for
white.
the white adjacent. Come on, fellas,
Oh.
keep up with this shit.
Could be
It's
mixed.
the
No,
Pollock.
mixed is
Well,
already
if they
there.
have mixed,
The albinos.
hold
It's
on,
the
they have white.
Pollock.
No, it could be Hispanic whites.
Well, let's break it down for everybody. We have the white.
Could it be all the every other race that has white adjacent in, which is everything but black? So there you go. Problem solved, right?
Well, we were gonna try to break this down and figure it out because we got white
Okay.
British, Asian, mixed, black, white other, non-white, and other. Now, non-white, white other, like none of that makes sense. Other shouldn't even be there, or no, other could be there. Mixed is there, like there's too much going on here. Non-white and white other should be deleted from.
I want to
chart.
clarify something too. So Asian is not Asian. Asian is Middle Eastern and Indian.
Mm-hmm.
The British have this weird thing where they include South Asians as Asians, even though Southeast Asians are what the rest of the world considers Asians.
Well, I think the British people, they're being extra racist with their pie chart because I see Asian, they have orange there when it should be yellow, but then on mixed they have yellow.
No, that's
Well,
racist now.
Black is gray. Black is gray. White isn't white. It's looks like
Blue-
navy blue.
blue
White
blood.
British is blue. Other is green. So we have aliens among us. Non-white
Yeah.
is purple. So I think that's them being extra racist.
Can
guys
other
put that
white
one
be
together.
Purple
clowns?
drink.
That's a good bet.
Whoever put this chart together, they're very racist. I'm just
Is a retard.
A retard.
Yeah, retard.
But it's interesting.
Either
yeah,
white or vampire.
Full.
Oh yeah,
retard.
yeah.
yeah,
Simon Belmont's boomerang.
So we're all
Like-
we're all races.
In
Well, yeah.
1951, that little sliver of gray right there is Jeffrey from Fresh Prince.
Master Will.
Holy crap! Yeah, in '71 they had 2.5% non-white. Now I don't know what that's supposed
Look
to
at
be.
that, dude. Look at in our lifetime the ethnic replacement.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pathetic.
It's
No,
crazy.
that's scary. That's soft genocide.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
every one of those people that they've imported breed like roaches, so they have like 60 kids. Meanwhile, the natives are being discouraged to reproduce, and they're being sterilized and stuff for Transformer stuff.
Mhm.
So they're basically killing off the native populations of European countries and the West. Like America is being ethnically replaced as well after 1963, was it?
I don't know.
Sounds very Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Chris was pointing out, though, he says that they call everyone from certain areas Asian. So you're putting the Indians and the Muslims in that.
Yeah, don't include me in that group.
Yeah, no, but
No,
this is
Chris, you are the furthest from that group.
Yeah, I remember.
Go ahead.
Like when there were certain attacks in Europe from refugees they were bringing in, they would be like, an Asian man did this when the guy was from like Pakistan, you know.
Yep.
Asian.
Secret Asian man.
Yeah, but well, this is what I was saying though too, because we know that these countries are filled with certain Middle Eastern individuals, and they're pushing a lot of horrific, horrible things. And it's funny that
cultural repressive.
See, what's hilarious is that they have non-white from 71 to 81, and then all of a sudden, 10 years later, the non-white aren't there at all anymore. That just vanishes. But instead, we have the Asian population, black, and then other in 91. So something doesn't add up here at all. Doesn't make any sense. And from 2001 to 2011, there's still no non-white. Now it's all mixed, but mostly what they claim is Asian. But what we know is people who have very, very strong religious beliefs. And
Hawaiian concession stands.
Yeah.
They don't like if a woman's showing too much ankle.
I think, and they're not necessarily wrong for that.
I'm pretty sure that the white other is representative of like Korean and Japanese because they are being considered white now.
Sweet.
privilege. Seriously, where was everybody during the big giant, racial? Oh God, I'm forgetting the word right now. The draft, the big racial draft, when the Asian population were brought into the white community. They're working on getting a lot of Spanish people in there now. Even though we are shrinking, we're growing at the same time. Thank you to our partially white brethren that are joining the cause. This is beautiful. We'll all go down together.
Yeah. This is amazing. Did anyone else comment too? Well, hold on a second, because this is funny. Papa Cotton says Caucasians are the global minority.
Yep.
You know, they're damn near extinct. Proof. Look at the chart.
There's been efforts to do it.
Yeah. Did everyone notice what happened? The whites were navy blue. Then in 2001, there's no more navy blue. It's white British. Isn't that interesting?
Well, look at the comment from the big underneath that post. It says it's much less than 82% white. It is. England is like London, the capital of England, like literally Anglo-land, the land of the Angles, you know, i.e. English, are a minority in their own capital city. Now, could you imagine if Beijing had a Han Chinese ethnic minority or New Delhi had an Indian ethnic minority? Those are two countries that have a third of the world population.
Yeah, they'd think you were crazy if you went to Paris and saw barely any French people, and the people who were there were like, huh? Like I don't notice anything. Like it's
this multiculturalism thing failed. It's a failed experiment.
That's why they got the new thing going on in France right now. It is no longer we, it is C. Idiot.
Yeah. France is gone, dude.
It is.
Can I address what Adega said too? I think the white other is any minorities who vote right of
you ain't black
or John Lennon.
I believe you are correct, gentlemen. But yeah, like I said, lots of craziness going on. This pie chart's been racist. We discovered that as well. There's other freaky stuff going on too. Did anyone notice this one? I mean, I'm not going to say anything. We're just like,
oh, that's a coincidence.
Just digest this. This is a certain piece of royalty that kicked the bucket recently.
It's the same architect.
Interesting.
Same architect. That's it. Same architect.
The same forest.
The forest.
Planted the trees.
Yeah. We got a vampire here. Who knows what's in his glasses?
I couldn't have been to that island because I can't sweat.
Holy come on, people. This is just too much at this point.
Right in our faces.
God, yeah. All right. We'll get back to the funny stuff, or the good stuff, the things we enjoy as well. For those who were unaware, the topic tonight, we're gonna hit some Resident Evil stuff here. I know that Tony, myself, Draven, and Chris were kind of talking about this a little bit during the wrestling stream. And I'm like, well, why don't we just do a full stream on this anyway? Because holy crap, man, these games are a ton of fun. I had cleared the remake of 4 and Village, and I finished the DLC for Village. And solid storytelling. Holy crap. Pretty impressed with what they're doing. Capcom, like, their stock shot up too with these games that came out. People are enjoying the shit out of this, going back, playing more, and it's awesome to see. But as we're playing this, it's like, oh yeah, this is kind of what's going on in the world right now. there's a lot of different viruses out there in Resident Evil that changing and controlling people. It's hilarious, kind of too.
Yes.
Water making the frogs gay.
Yeah, well, yeah, we know that. They've been doing this for a while now. Is it the water though?
Friggin' frogs gay.
All right,
It's probably just Bill Gates additive.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's. You said that. And there's like 6 different topics I could say, but I can't. Every one of them will get me hit here.
I know. That's why we speak in code, because we're that smart.
Yeah, it's upsetting, but so much in Minecraft, that individual.
Oh my God! Get a doctor. Get a hearse. He's dead. Fuck him.
Because I think that's what all of our reactions are going to be when that happens in Minecraft. But yeah, so Tony, did you clear it yet, or are you still close to it?
I need to fucking clear it, man. I haven't yet. Okay. I mean, I've beaten the game I beat it in 2005. I know it can't be that different. Like,
yeah, no, it's still essentially the same story, but they put a little more detail, looks into everything, and I think there's a reason why they did the remakes, and it wasn't just to cash in, because the games, I mean, they put so much into it, every aspect of it. And I think they're going to try to tie everything together in a bigger way for 9, because Resident Evil 9, I heard, are going to have pretty much like the main cast is going to be in there. We got Leon, we got Claire, we got Jill. Ada should be popping up in there. I believe they said Rebecca is also going to pop up in 9, because there was a partial leak in the story, and they claim that. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to say 6 is the only game that's had like Leon and Chris in it, right? And I don't even know if they interact or not, like, because I couldn't get that far.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, they do. They do interact.
But yeah, a lot of these characters haven't, interacted much, is I guess the point I'm trying to make. Like,
see, that's the one thing I do like what they're starting to do. Those CGI movies that they're doing. Mm-hmm. They're all connecting in there, and that's why I can't wait for Death Island to come out, because they're going to talk about Jill, what had happened between the events of 5 after Wesker had infected her. It's in how she's been coping with all that, because we really haven't seen her since. Yeah. I mean, the remake game came out of 3, but that's not now. That was then. Mm-hmm. That was still like 98 or whatever.
Name them more on your. Like, Jill Valentine is one of the greatest, like, female video game characters, and she's so underused. Like, people want to know more about her. When did fucking Resident Evil 5 come out? Like, 2008, 2009? Like, people...
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people want more Jill Valentine, and we barely get anything. And then in, like, 5, it was almost... just a disgrace what happened to her, and then basically nothing since.
Right, but like I said, that's what they're doing with that movie, and then they said that she's gonna be in 9. That's what it looks like right now. If the rumors are true, the leak that happened, they said that we're gonna have some main players are gonna be in there because again, you're building up because they're definitely gonna do a Resident Evil 10. So 9 is right there. They said there's gonna be like a shape-shifting virus or something's gonna be in there where if infected people could shapeshift now too. It's gonna be crazy. Don't know how much they're gonna put into that regarding all the other viruses and things, because that's the other element that was in 4. And they did the whole model. They did a brand new model and everything for Wesker because I mean, again, from the original game, Ada was working with Wesker, and she decides not to give him what he wanted in the end. But he does end up getting his hands on a multitude of different viruses. And like, again, that's what we kind of saw in 5. He was building a new kind of thing, that Ouroboros virus thing with, again, like the plants that they found in Africa. He's got the other stuff from Code Veronica, which was that an insect-based one, or was that a flower as well? I forgot.
I can't remember. It's been forever since I played Veronica.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a remake we need.
Wasn't it a flower?
It might have been. I can't fully remember, or a different type of it, because it was those twins that were experimenting with it, and they had kind of perfected a certain thing with that. Yeah, I think it was a flower, because at the end she had like all that green leaf stuff all over.
I haven't played it in forever either, but I thought it was like plant-based or something. Yeah.
Nice.
But not today's plant-based, right, Tony?
No.
Yes. a lot.
I think it was an insect because the last boss is a
because I remember with the dragonfly, they were doing something with the dragonfly.
Yeah, the last
right.
Dragonfly.
Yeah, because it was something that was also extra interesting with all this stuff. Because when I finally finished Village, they showed how they did connect the different viruses. They had Spencer, one of the founders of Umbrella. He was actually there with Miranda in Village.
Yeah, basically it was with the ants, basically, ant queen.
Like that hive thing. Yeah. See, and that's the interesting thing. They connected all this stuff with a hive mind. Almost all the viruses were like that, except for the G virus and the T virus. That was more, the bioweapons that Umbrella was developing, and these other freaky mutations and things with the experiments they were doing on animals and plants and whatnot. So it's cool how they are tying all this stuff together. Finally in a proper way, because when I first heard about 7, 7's the only game I never played. It's going to do first person. I didn't like that it was just in there's that as well. That motion sickness from just seeing a hand on screen and everything shaking. Yeah, it's ridiculous. How do you make a game like that? It's stupid.
I didn't mind the game. The game's fun. It just takes getting used to, obviously, if you're not into first person stuff.
Well, not only that, but the reason why you get motion sickness is because it dips below 60 frames per second. So if it can't fit on a console, don't put the goddamn thing on a console.
Yeah. Chirag was saying 2008 before the wokeness stuff. Yeah, that's true, because I remember they were trying to cancel Resident Evil 5 a couple of times.
Yep.
And after the fact, too long after the fact, it's like, excuse me.
It's so racist because they're Minecrafting black people in Africa. Well, what do you think exists on the continent?
What do you think's in Africa, you dumbass?
Because they have the Abu zombies too. Yeah.
You don't want to leave the Aussies out,
Yeah, the tribal guys.
They're in Africa. They're not in Australia. They're not Aboriginal. But here's the other thing too. There are other cool characters. Again, Shiva was great. I thought she was a really good character.
Yeah, she's hot. She's just a pain in the ass if you play single player without a buddy.
Yeah. Well,
Do
I've
the
done
games and the movies ever line up?
No.
Originally, the first movie lined up with everything.
Okay.
Then they made two, and then they fucked everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One could have connected properly. Because again, even like the thing with Nemesis, it's like, oh, so this guy was actually the one at the end of the first movie. Like, they put him in the Nemesis program. So wait a minute. So we know who Nemesis is now. But they kind of just destroyed it all, and it's a completely different thing.
Yeah, like the SJWs want Resident Evil 5 canceled because of the aforementioned issue, but I want Resident Evil 5 canceled because they took some plot points from the game, or at least some mechanics, or from the movie, the fucking laser thing that shoots across the hallway and kills people.
Yeah.
That was like the but that was like the first thing that the games took from the movies instead of the movie taking from the game.
Yeah.
So
that was when they started moving towards more of an action-based thing anyway, in 5 and 4.
Yeah, if you think about it, it's like these people don't want minorities in pop culture or anything. Between the Aunt Jemima thing, between, the way they put, black people in movies and race swap, it's like they're intentionally trying to rile people up. So
yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
The pendulum swings the other way. But look at, like, what else would you want them to do? Like, would it be better if they just didn't include Africa at all? They're trying to include Africa into this game, and it's interesting. And it's they don't want black people in pop culture.
Here's the funny thing. And what burst their bubble. This wasn't racist at all. The way that they wanted to do this story, because they said they wanted to do horror in the daytime as well, to show that you could still do that. You could pull it off in a good way. Now, 4 was all Spanish people. Did you have Spanish people and Latinos flipping out saying that this is racist? No. So why would you do that with this? In Africa, guess what? The majority of Africa is black people. What can't they put together? What can't they comprehend? You go to an Asian
from
country.
Africa complain, Vinny?
Nope.
Oh, of course not. Of course not, dude. Africans and African Americans are not the same.
That's my point. Like you said, they did Latinos. Latinos didn't complain. So if
they didn't do Latinos.
Therefore, the voices of Africa should be what you listen to. If it is not.
Yeah, but they didn't do Latinos. They did Hispanics, which are European. Like, Hispanics can be Latinos and Latinos can be Hispanics, but Hispanic is somebody from or somebody that speaks Spanish. So you could be from Europe, you could be from wherever, but Latino is somebody from Latin America that could speak French, Portuguese, whatever.
Right.
And it's funny when racist people mix that up.
Yeah. Well, again, it's because these people, the ones who complain about this shit, they're very ignorant anyway to begin with, and it's just to feed the machine, feed the propaganda machine. When we know what's going on, like I was gonna say, in 6 you go to China. Guess what? A lot of the people there are Chinese. Surprise!
Stop Asian hate.
Hold on, you know who complained on that one? White people.
Yep.
White gamers, because they said, they go, why does 6 suck so bad? That's what the complaint was. It wasn't from racism. It was.
I thought 6 was bad.
6 had a lot of problems.
Do you mind me addressing? Do you mind me addressing Tree Rock real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
The laser gun didn't run on AA batteries. That's why Chris Redfield showed up in Africa, was to set up the lithium mines. And
get back in that cave, you little shit.
Yeah.
Holy crap, yeah. They said that America wanted more electric cars, and that they need to put them to work. Right here, he's struggling with one of them. He's like, "No, get back into the mines."
Yes, exactly.
How have you been down there for 16 days straight?
That's the best way to mine too, because then you can just, since they're zombies, you can put digging implements on their hands, and they just keep going. There's no downtime.
Oh Jesus, man!
It's a freaking labor machine.
It's crazy how our vampires are.
It's a mini China.
Oh yeah, no, it's it's kind of glorious too. But like I said, it's really cool what they did with all this stuff because they tied all the games together. They're doing that. You can see there's a bigger picture that they're kind of putting together here. Did we hit all the families? Because in Code Veronica, you got one of the families of Umbrella. The original game, it was the Spencer Mansion, and we talked about Spencer. Isn't there another one? Isn't there another family that they haven't hit yet?
I'm not that good with all the lore.
Yeah.
Like,
okay,
I've heard it 100 times, but I can't keep track of it all.
Yeah, it's a little tricky sometimes. But
Man,
I like
I'm like Tony. Point me at him. I'll kill him, kill him, but I don't read the story.
Which is crazy because, like, I thought with the viruses and everything, like, the doc would be like, "Oh yeah, this is up my alley. I love this stuff. The mutations, all this other stuff." He's like, "No, I just wanted to kill."
Must Saints Rose had it right. You can put it in zombie mode and just mow them down, man.
Yeah, but they did do some awesome stuff. Again, yeah, if you guys haven't played them, like 5 was still a really fun game.
The 5 I played the crap out of. Going and having to do specific things to get the jewels and stuff, like to unlock things. Oh, I love doing that.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff in it.
Especially like the in the very beginning where you're like supposed to keep going, like because you're not supposed to be able to kill all those zombies and stuff in the very beginning. There's a jewel in there if you kill every single zombie before you get a jewel.
Yeah, I think I did that too. I did so much stuff. I did the gold mining in there as well. When you get to the underground part, there's like a little glitch, and you could just keep getting a lot of gold. It's a little time consuming, but you could do it.
I'm listening.
Oh shit! Yeah, because some of those upgrades, man. Oh my god, yeah, it's like holy, you just rob a bank. It'd be easier. It's pretty insane and intense. But I did love that they started putting some stealth features into the games because like the remake on 4. Whew, wow, there was some really cool stuff you could do in there. Let's get that on screen as well. Might as well. Doc sent me something. Would you send me? Doc?
Yeah, it's just I like the artist, and every once in a while she does something that's something I bypass real quickly. But I figured you would like this one since it's Resident Evil related.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I pull up on another window.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah, that's a nice piece of artwork though. Cool stuff.
She's very talented.
Yeah, we can't show this kind of nudity
both of those
out
talents.
there, but yeah, no, it's Lady Dimitrescu laying in bed with just thigh highs on and lipstick.
A big vampire titty, big titty vampire bitch.
Which I did, that's what I really appreciated with that as well in the game. They broke down each of like those bosses in those areas in Village. That was really cool. How like the virus in there was a mold virus, and that's what 7 and 8. That's what it was all about. And it was this chick Miranda who was trying to bring back her daughter using this mold that it retains memories. There's a hive mind thing attached to it, and it was intricate how they did it, but it was pretty cool. And the experimentations were those people. That's why like you had a vampire chick who was like 8 feet tall or whatever it was. It's because how her body was adapting to this mold stuff. But like because she was going to use her as a vessel, but she had defects. And that was part of it, is that she had to consume blood in order to stay whole. And that's why you get the vampire elements in there. They had something similar with the lichens in there, with the werewolves, which I thought was pretty damn awesome as well. That was like a mutation that happened that, again, defective. Like the guy Heisenberg, who...
I liked Heisenberg.
Yeah, he wasn't making crystal meth. But he had like Magneto-type powers.
But he wasn't loyal, so he didn't make a good candidate.
Yeah, he retained his own thoughts and stuff. So, yeah, he couldn't be the proper candidate either, which was, I thought, really interesting as well.
Miranda's a fucking bitch. Like, I thought he was like... I thought he was trying to like fool you at first, but no, he really didn't fucking like her.
Yeah. True Rock. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with Alone in the Dark, to be honest. I think that was like for Xbox.
Carnby. Yeah, that's the granddaddy of all survival horror games.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Okay. What year did the first one come out?
Dude, it was like the 90s. early 90s.
Actually, I thought it was Killing Time on the 3DO.
No, this was before the 3DO.
Oh, okay.
I had it for Windows. It came with my Windows 90. My Windows 3.1. No, Windows 95 disc. It was like, you can play Edward Conby and blah blah. And it was like, dude, the polygons were so bad. Like, it was like embarrassing. It was worse than Mario N64.
Yeah, 90. It looks like 92 is the first one of those.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wrong about Killing Time anyway, because I think Resident Evil came out on the PlayStation before that.
Okay. Possibly. Frankie knows. He says, so if I eat moldy bread, will I turn into a Resident Evil monster?
Well, you'll leave a Resident Evil monster in the toilet for sure.
Well, if you eat moldy bread in Europe, yes.
The Alone in the Dark franchise kind of died because they came out with a bunch of really shitty sequels.
Yep. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They had a Christian Slater movie with Tara Reid in it. Pepperoni nipples herself. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone know what the Covenant is? Apparently Spike 220. He said he just.
Yeah, it's I know what it is. It's a military movie about U.S. military in the Middle East, and I've heard that it is really, really good.
Was that Jake Gyllenhaal?
I don't know
Jarhead?
who plays it.
I think there's something that happened. I think I saw a commercial the other day, but I didn't see what the title of the movie was. I guess it was this one. I think it's a Guy Ritchie movie.
Nice.
Dude, that when he gets down and he writes up the script, he directs his ass off. Like, if it's a project he is truly, he's gun ho on. Man, that guy can do amazing stuff.
Whenever somebody says The Covenant, I automatically think of the 2006 horror/thriller movie where there's a bunch of dude witches and they have powers and shit. That's the movie I always think of.
Okay. Title sounds familiar, but yeah, no, dude. I mean, really cool stuff. Action-based stuff. I like.
Yeah,
again,
it's the Jake Gyllenhaal movie.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was right then. I mean, there is really cool stuff in this remake game, and I like that they play with the mechanics so much. Man, there's some cool art too out there. But yeah, these characters. The Krauser is in the game, and that segment was. They did that one differently. Very similar approach to certain things, but. Like that knife fight was totally different.
I hated that fight in 4. I hated it.
Oh yeah, in 4. Yeah, you gotta.
It was better, and the knife fight was better in the remake.
It is, but they still cheated. They still cheat. Scumbags.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad though. Yeah, I remember that other one. It's like, holy shit, you got to time it right each and every time. And every
I
time
loved it.
They changed it.
Oh no.
The directing was great in it. I'll tell you that much though.
That's the first thing I max out is always the knife.
Somebody put a mod of a John Wick.
The knife was really good in the remake. Like, that's the best knife mechanics I've seen in a Resident Evil game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that too.
You can parry it with it.
Is there a way to fix it once it breaks, or do you have to buy a new one?
Yeah.
No, you could fix it.
Yeah, you got to Jungle Boy it.
You pick up boot knives as well. I mean, there's other stuff you could use. So even if it does break, and it's there's some time before you get back to the merchant to fix it. You could pick up other items and use them almost exactly the same.
Is he still? What are you selling?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they gave even more lines. He's hilarious in it.
Oh,
did you get the Castellans? Like all the Castellans in the different chapters?
No, I think I got 11 or 12 of them.
If you get them all, you get the primal knife, and that won't break, which would be nice.
Yeah, I need to get that. Did you get them all?
I have them all so far. I just got to get the last 2.
Okay.
And then in Village, did you hear the shit? Because there's that fat motherfucker.
Oh, sorry.
See you later, Trina. In Village, there's the fucking fat merchant dude.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Did you guys hear, did you hear his shout out to the merchant in part 4? He'd be like, "What are you buying?" No, a friend of mine used to say that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That was cool.
That sound when he's cooking, making those things of fish and stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's like, "Here's your portion." It's like, whoa, wait. I thought this was for me, and then you hear him scarfing it down too. Holy crap, that was great. But see, I did enjoy that too, and that was interesting in the DLC. They made him out to be a villain in the DLC, but in the end, you find out the whole thing is Miranda anyway. It's none of it is actually what you think it is, which I thought was pretty cool, though, the way that they approached that. Because in that main game, like he says that he's something else too, and it was like too complicated to talk about. Like when he's driving you to your last encounter there, and like he wishes you well and all that shit. I'm like, oh, so he is a good dude. But then like in the DLC, it's like you see him with the mask on, and they're hunting all the different versions of her.
But that's Miranda. That's not like physically him.
Yeah. No, and that's what I mean. That's what I thought was cool. The whole thing that it was all a head trip because she was still a piece of her was trying to control and manipulate Rose. So I thought that was pretty awesome. Yeah, holy crap, that dollhouse was insane. The level with the baby.
Love that level.
That was nuts, but it was fun. I'll say that they got me a bunch of times, but it was cool because there's that part where the dolls are chasing you. There's the mannequins, and then there's the little dolls, and then it's the big mannequin in the end. I was like, holy crap, dude! It was pretty intense to try to get out of that area. And what they did with Eve. So okay, so then because I never played 7. So Eve is that old lady, and that old lady
makes
actually
she makes you think it's this little girl because she like uses mind shit to like mess with you.
But the old lady is Eve. Okay, so
Miranda's
that's
like
daughter,
the big twist at the end of 7. You realize it's because the whole time, like when you're fucking sneaking around the house and trying to avoid Jack and the family members, she'd just be chilling in the corner all fucking non-lucid and fucking, and you knew there was something up with her, but then at the end you realize she's like the matriarchy of the family.
Godzilla said in the remake, the knife will be a slap fight.
Well, in the British version, they give you a spatula.
Yeah. The British version, it's rock, paper, scissors, but they took the scissors away.
Yeah.
So in America, it'd be a spork, right?
Yeah.
They got to do an assault slap.
Yeah.
Fully automatic assault slap.
The British version, the merchant's like, you got a license for that spatula.
He's like, I'm sorry, I can't sell you this. The government just took all my weapons away.
Yeah. Perhaps we could have some psychiatry and we could talk them down. The zombies, they are reasonable people.
You know what the
Looks
merchant's
like break time's over.
The merchant's like, oh, I can't even sell you weed. They took all that away too. What I could sell you though is an operation. Would you like to have your tallywhacker taken off?
We'll take your knob.
He's like, well, I got boosters.
Isn't that how we got in this predicament to begin with?
Right? Yeah. Holy crap. Well, yeah, don't forget that in 4, Leon, what's his name? Mendez, he gives it to him. He gives him the virus. Holy crap. It's funny. It's like somewhere like the Fauci's like, yes.
It's like in the remake, instead of revealing Wesker, it's Bill Gates. Like,
oh shit!
Yep, I knew it.
He pulls up a mask like Scooby Doo, and it's him. Holy crap! He's like, yeah, corn. Corn. What is wrong with this? Who is this thing?
It's funny. Chris is across the room, and you could still hear him laughing.
I know, right?
Which is excellent.
There it is.
Yep.
Yeah. I think the only problem with 4 was the voice actress on Ada. That voice did not fit. It was too deep. I didn't like what they did. And they tried to use the actress who was in the last really shitty Resident Evil movie that flopped majorly that I ripped into. I did the whole review as Fauci. I think I had to take it off my channel though. I went too much into the whole thing of,
Probably.
you know, my favorite franchise of all time. Viruses and monsters. Yeah, I did a whole thing, but holy crap, that movie was terrible. Welcome to Raccoon City. Boycott that. I think that might have been worse than I only saw like the first episode and a half of the Netflix thing. And I bat out on that one too. Two really shitty things they did. But in that horrible movie, they had Ada Wong pop in at the end, and I believe it was the same actress who did the motion capture and the voice for in this particular game, in the remake of 4. So I think that was them, that they thought it was going to be good, and then they found out that it wasn't, and they're like, oh shit, she was signed already. This game's been in production for too long. We'll just keep it as is. So that's what it looks like. But she was pretty awesome in it, and I didn't mind the look. I thought the look was pretty neat too. They said they're still going to do her DLC too. It's going to be coming, I guess, in another couple of months. Yeah. They said they're still going to do that. Don't know if they're going to change certain elements of it though. But we'll see. Because Lewis, he should be in there as well. Because they had even more interaction in this remake. That's the one thing I dug that. That was pretty cool to see how some of these other characters were interacting and what they were doing. You know, and Ada
Tree
is the
rock.
what was that?
Tree
Oh,
rock.
it needs to be tighter. Yeah, he's not wrong. But yeah, no, it was cool. Yeah, her section when you saw her in the game, it was pretty cool, pretty awesome.
Get Sky Blue to voice her. She's Asian.
She's not Asian at all. Sky Blue is not Asian, but you could get a white girl to voice her, because in the original game, in the original 4, it was a white woman. It wasn't an Asian at all. So and the voice fit perfectly. Should just hire
Sky
her
Blue's
again.
white or is Asian passing.
No, just with makeup, but anyone could be that way.
White adjacent.
You know, Mickey Rooney was Asian passing at Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah. Look, Draven. This giant cave troll thing. He's also Asian because his eyes are. No, it's gonna be racist.
Oh, you're so racist.
Yeah, the Algante or whatever.
Yeah, that was pretty cool though. That game was. This game was intense. I'll probably end up playing it again at some point. Or a live stream rather, for everybody. But yeah, cool stuff.
What Vinny does for fun. Heck yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, who doesn't like this type of stuff? Like, look, it's got horror elements all over it. This game was insane. Yeah, I loved it. Between that and Village, I'm like, yeah, that scratched an itch that I had for a while. I'm like, what the hell? We need more Resident Evil stuff out here. And then bam, all at once. All for us. And yeah, I know the doc is still having fun with it. This thing was crazy in the remake as well. This is from the original though. But yeah, I hated those sons of bitches.
Do I make you horny, baby? Do I?
Well, it's crazy because in the new one, when you get up to these fuckers, they'll be regular, and then once you think you got all of the Las Plagas that's inside them, they regenerate their bodies, and then there's one more in the head, and he grows all these spikes, and he moves differently.
I thought they had that in the original too.
After you get them all?
I thought so.
I thought there were specific ones that were like this. Like as soon as you walk into a room, there was some that just were already all spiky.
I don't know where I picked it up, but I thought I had done that before. Could be wrong. My brain doesn't work like it used to.
Yeah, maybe I'm remembering it differently too. It's been a while since I played the originals. But,
what Godzillionaire's saying about Silent Hill 2 remake, I am very worried after what they what they did to James Sunderland, what his new look is. Like they're gonna just basically be like evil white male, and that's your game.
Yeah,
they did a 1 remake already.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't know.
No, they never. They skipped over because, in my opinion, Silent Hill 2 was the best of the series. Like, it had nothing to do with Silent Hill. It was basically Jacob's Ladder, and it was probably one of the most emotionally traumatizing games I've ever played.
I only played the first one, but the first one scared the shit out of me.
This one isn't
fog
scary.
And all that stuff, and the sirens, and yeah.
Dude, this one isn't scary. It's just extremely sad.
Oh my god!
And
his face looks sad.
Yeah, look at how stupid. No, look at his original face from the PS2 era, and then look at what they did to this dude. He looks like a heroin addict.
Yeah, here he is.
Yeah, like look at him there, and then look at the remake. Yeah. And the thing is you play this game and you think James is this great guy. Spoilers, but like he's not. And you know he's so soft spoken and all this stuff, and he's fighting these monsters. Those aren't monsters. Like he's killing people.
Oh, he's having like a psychosis and he's murdering people.
So that pyramid head thing down bottom.
Yeah,
that's a psychological manifestation that he created because of. You don't mind if I give you a spoil about the game?
Yeah,
go for it.
Yeah, I've only played the first one. Yeah.
So this piece of shit murdered his wife because he married this woman who was dying of cancer, and he wanted to get laid because he married her and she was hot, but she lost her looks and she was failing her health and everything. And she was a miserable bitch towards the end because, you know, dude, you're dying of cancer. You're going to lash out at people. You're angry. You're scared, you know? And you do this long walk through the hallway to the final boss, which is him confronting his psychosis with her for killing her. And she's like crying. And she's like, I told you to go away. You're fucking annoying me. Get the hell out of here. And then she's like, don't go. Don't leave me here. I'm scared. I don't want to die alone. Like all this stuff. And he goes in there with a pillow and smothers her to death. And he gets this letter like a couple years later from her saying, hey, you know, remember our honeymoon? We went to that resort town, Silent Hill on the lake. Yeah, I'm waiting for you there. Come and find me. And he's like, wait, what? This bitch is dead. Like, what's going on? So he goes there and he finds this chick that's like a hot, sexy version of her named Maria. And she's got like Kool-Aid hair and the mini skirt. And it's basically the ideal wife that he wanted. And he starts meeting these other people, like when he's there, and there's this girl, Angela, who's like looking at these gravestones, and she's like, I'm looking for my mom and my brother and stuff. Yeah, bitch, you set fire and killed your whole family because your dad diddled you. Like, you murdered your whole family, and this is your hell. So he sees these people in their version of what hell is, and these monsters that he's fighting are his own psychological manifestations that he's imprinting on other people. He's just walking around the city killing people. And the pyramid head, that big boss, is what he like his subconscious has manifested as his punishment. So that's why he confronts it as like the final boss, because it's like he believes that he should die because deep down he knew what he did was absolutely horrible. And these other people that he meets that are actual people and not these demons and stuff are other damned souls also going to hell.
That's fucked up. I think I played through one of those games, but I think it's the one you were talking about where they went to their honeymoon to Silent Hill or whatever, but I guess I didn't remember that, or maybe I just didn't get the story that he was like killing other people and shit.
Yeah, well, he meets this one guy.
Endings and shit too.
Yeah, this one does too.
I know
but,
that.
he meets this one guy, Eddie. He meets this like fat guy, Eddie, who's like everybody used to make fun of him, and he's like, you meet him in this apartment, and he's like puking in the toilet when you first meet him, and there's a dead like demon sitting in the chair, and he's like, I can't believe I had to kill one of those things. Oh my god, you know. It's all this or whatever, and you're like, wow. So this guy, like, he's kind of weak, he's kind of feeble, like he's kind of retarded or whatever. And he's like, and then as you meet him later on, he has a handgun, and he's like, you know, that thing had it coming, and that stupid fucking dog too. And he's like, what dog? What, you shot a dog? Yeah, you just put a gun to their head and pow, it's so easy. And he's like, wait, what's going on here? Like, I thought you killed demons and stuff. And he's like, no, they're not demons. And he tries to kill you.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Wow. That game's crazy.
Yeah, it's psychologically traumatizing.
Yeah, Godzillionaire, he says that, it can't make Silent Hill 1 remake. It has a good dad. Yeah, because that's what I remember in the first one. He was trying to...
You're looking for your daughter, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll just replace Harry Mason with that chick like they did in the movie.
Yeah.
The movie wasn't bad, though. I kind of didn't...
I didn't mind the movie either.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. She's a good actress too. I think she was one. Was she the one from Pitch Black, the Vin Diesel movie with the alien?
I know she was in The Ring. or one of the rings.
I don't remember.
Yeah, she was a pretty good actress. I don't know why they didn't use her more, but yeah, it was cool, and I like the twist at the end though too. And again, you had perfect casting for that first one. You had Sean Bean was the father.
Harry Mason, yeah, he's the one that's in the game. They sex swapped him.
Yeah,
Laurie Holden's in it. As well.
Yeah, she is a perfect Officer Bennett, dude. She looks just like the chick in the video game.
She was.
And
so,
Radha Mitchell is the lead chick in that.
Yeah. That's the same chick from Pitch Black, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so Godzilla also said the whole Silent Hill 2 game was orchestrated by a dog.
Yeah. If you do very special criteria, it's really hard to get it. But if you do, you walk in, like one of the endings is he walks into this backstage area and there's a little Shiba Inu, which is a Japanese dog, at like a TV control station, like Tony Khan. And he's looking through all the screens and it's various scenes from the game. And James is like, "What the hell? This was you the whole time? Bad dog."
Oh, so then it really is. Yeah, it's the son of Sam, basically. The dog made him do it. Wow. That's that's interesting. Sean Bean, that's what I liked about the movie. That Sean Bean actually did survive, and she's the one that was trapped in Silent Hill. That's why I like the movie. I think because he finally got a win.
Yeah.
Sean Bean gets murdered and everything.
Yeah.
See, that
was part of his contract.
But they never did a sequel, right?
They did do a sequel.
They made Silent Hill Revelations.
Yeah, and that movie was terrible.
It was actually, they completely skipped over Silent Hill 2 because again, Silent Hill 2 has nothing to do with Silent Hill, and they went to Silent Hill 3, which is that daughter who grew up.
Oh wait, you're right. I saw it one time. I barely remember it.
There's like another monster, and then there's basically the whole freaking premise. At least my vibe of the movie was to pit Pyramid Head versus this other monster in it, just so they could fight. Like that's literally what
that's what's so dumb is Pyramid Head shouldn't exist in that game or in that movie because that's not like Pyramid Head is a manifestation from James and has absolutely nothing to, like that was why I was like, why the hell is there Pyramid Head in this movie? He's not in that game.
Yeah, crazy. But you know what's funny though, and what I'm kind of happy about is that Resident Evil Village beat them to the punch. This basically it's Ethan Winters.
Yeah.
They beat him to the punch. Which, by the way, going back to Resident Evil for a second, I thought that was amazing in the end, what they did. I like how the twists were great, and that the father did end up saving his daughter in the end, and then she pretty much saves him in their own way. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Like, I didn't like Ethan much before Resident Evil Village, but I think they put it all together nicely.
Yeah, they did. Because, again, I didn't want anything to do with 7. I'm like, that's not one of the main characters. Who the fuck? It's just a hand.
It's a random guy.
You could crazy glue your hand back on. Like, what kind of dumb shit is this? You know, like,
well, they also hid his face from like up until after the Village came out or the DLC. His face was completely and intentionally obfuscated. Like there was like a shadow over the character model.
It was throughout the DLC as well, even in the end.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
you never see his face clearly. They have one shot. It's kind of from the top view. You can see a little bit, but no, the director said he did it on purpose.
Oh,
so that was interesting. But there is a third party company that made a figure of him that is going to be coming out, and it's funny because it almost looks exactly like this face. Well, not as sad and pathetic, but
no, the guy looks like a heroin addict. Like that's not James, man. James was like a retired like he has like a war, like his jacket is like he's probably in the military or something.
Yeah,
and he's like an alpha dude who like got cheated out of his life and blamed his sick wife for him not getting laid. Like he actually, there's one scene where Pyramid Head, he walks in on Pyramid Head having sex with these monster mannequins, like these female mannequins. They're like going to town.
He was having sex with mannequins in a store somewhere and then shooting people.
Probably.
And the dog was making him do it. Holy crap. Yeah. These games are insane.
Yeah.
But, wait. Hold on a second. Wait, Godzilla. So he survived both movies, Sean Bean, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
No, wait. Doesn't he die in the beginning?
Did he? I saw it one time because I do remember Jon Snow in
The
that.
sequel does have the Jon Snow in it.
Yeah, so she escapes and she goes to the mall, and that guy that stalks her, the guy that looks like Donald Sutherland, I think it actually was him. Actually, or
this is funny.
Yeah, he gets offed, but yeah, exactly. Like, look how stupid that guy looks.
Holy shit, that's pretty great. This would have been fantastic. Yeah, if the Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, Mads, yeah. Holy shit, yeah.
Alan Wake is getting a sequel too, finally, which I'm really excited for.
After American Nightmare?
That game is great.
Yeah. I like to use the flashlight. Yeah, it's basically Stephen King being haunted by these, like, basically bad thoughts. Yeah. He has to use a flashlight to, like, scare them away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's all done like, you're playing through it, and, like, since you're a writer, he's narrating.
Yeah, first person narration.
Yeah,
like Legacy of Kain.
Yep, it's so good. It got overlooked because I want to say Red Dead Redemption, the first game, came out around the same time. No. Technically the sequel, but like
the first Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, the first Red Dead.
The only one I've played is Red Dead 2, but isn't that like a prequel?
Yeah. 1 and 2 are great. Fantastic.
But it came out around the same time and Alan Wake got kind of overlooked because of that.
That's a shame.
Oh, dude, that does suck.
Kind of reminded me of like the X-Files.
And Control has ties in with it as well. And that Quantum Break sort of has little teasers of Silent Hill in it, or not Silent Hill, Alan Wake in it as well.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So here's that figure I was telling you guys about.
Wow. He's just called Winters.
Yeah.
Winters the father.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, because they did Rose as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's the same company, but I don't know if they're out yet. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool, and these companies do a good job. Oh, this won't clear up. But yeah, not too bad. I like that he does come with her as well, the baby one.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That baby one. That was gross. Dude, you can unlock the 3D model of that in the game as well. Holy, that was so disturbing.
I knew you would like it.
Yeah,
it's like a garbage pail kid.
Yeah, but I took your advice. I shut all the lights off. And I'm like, it just got even creepier. But I think it helped because I was able to see a little bit better, and because that whole section is so dark and
super
smoky.
dark.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty baby.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh my god, where's Tom Hanks? No. Yeah, they did a lot of this.
Spacey would have showed up.
Yeah, there was a lot of this type of shit in the end as well. When he's on the floor and he's kind of reaching out to his daughter and stuff. Like they kept putting his shoulder in the way, his hand, his arm. You see pieces of his face.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, they did a proper model for him. Okay, there you go. For those who didn't know what he looked like, that's what he looks like. I don't know why they kept it blacked out though. Even like
kind of looks like the one Skarsgård, the one that played Tarzan, and is in True Blood.
Yeah, it kind of does. For Village, they made him a little more friendly looking. But, not bad though. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I was unaware of that. Tony was telling me that. Yeah, apparently in 7, there's a part where you get knocked out from behind from this guy Jack, and that's where he dies.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right, Draven? When he's like spying on something or sneaking around, then you turn around and Jack's behind you, and next thing you know, he's dragging you like through the yard and
I think so. Yeah, that's the brother, right?
Yep.
Jack.
No,
the one
Jack's
you don't fight.
the father.
Oh, the father. Yeah.
What, you don't fight him?
So you die at that point.
You die like near the beginning of 7.
Oh wow.
Like in the first
just before the crazy shit happens, just before like you get your hand stabbed and your hand cut off and stuff. Because that's all after death. That's post mortem.
So let me get this right then. So then they took his corpse and they put the mold in his corpse and it reanimated him.
Basically, they infected him with it, and then it bonded with Ethan better than it's ever bonded with anybody, basically.
Right.
Like they became one together, and that's why, like, it was even in 8, even in Village, before they revealed all that, I'm like, this is kind of fucking stupid. Like when you're in the castle and you get your hand cut off, and he fucking pours like first aid spray on it and sticks his hand back on. I'm like, okay, like I'm like, I used to like Resident Evil because it was very realistic, and it's like, man, this could happen, but this shit's getting way too out there, and then it explains it all by the end. It's supposed to be over the top, you know?
Which that was ballsy to do. I'm going to say that again, man, because again, you lost me on 7. I wanted nothing to do with that game, and I'm a diehard.
I was the same way until I actually started. Like I want to say, right when Village came, near around when Village came out, I got it and started playing it. And it's good. I really like it.
Yeah. Well, again, it's still
obviously yeah.
I mean, if they, I don't know, if they do a third person to that at some point, but I doubt it. I might check it out, but I don't really think I need to, because again, I think 8 was better. They made sure that they connect everything in a better way. They did a better model for Chris as well. That was closer to what we expect.
You could always watch a video or whatever that explains the story in that.
Yeah, 7 and 8 are basically a duology within the bigger story.
Yeah, which was it was ballsy and interesting that they did that, because there's a new character you're playing as completely, and I mean it looked like it was planned that they were gonna off him. So there was a lot going on there, and then at the same time too, there's story elements all over there, where basically Chris is raising her. He's raising Rose. Because she keeps making mention of that. Oh yeah, well, Chris wants me to do this now, and okay, Chris needs you now, whatever, and for a mission. Yeah, that's interesting, because I know a lot of people, they said like with 9, there's a big rumor they're going to kill off the main character, and everyone keeps going, oh, it's going to be Chris. Well, it doesn't make sense why they would do that in the timeline. It wouldn't make sense at all unless they're bumping this all up into another, into the future. You know what I mean?
They would be getting old at this point, because it's like it's got to be, Ada, but it's like got to be 2030 by the time you're playing as Ethan's daughter, or Ethan's daughter, and it's like, Jill and Chris and everyone, they were doing this shit in like 1998. So I mean, they're all getting old.
Oh yeah,
we're talking zombie apocalypse old.
Yeah, they bumped it up. I think they said like Jill should be about like 41 now or something. They're bumping all their ages up. You can see.
Wasn't her like aging because she had that thing on her? Like, didn't something with her aging change?
Oh, I don't know. It changed.
She's got to be older than 40, because it's been 30 years since the Spencer Mansion incident.
This is true.
Yeah,
they got to bump it up more. But yeah, I'm curious.
Who remembers when that shit was in the future? You're like, wow, 1998. Like,
yeah. Remember that?
30 years ago.
Crazy. And then and Revelations 2, I think it was, where you get to play as Barry. That was pretty crazy. And
I never played Revelations or Revelations 2.
Oh, dude, those games were great. They really were. I was surprised.
They kind of bring it back to form, from what I heard, like as far as like more survival horror than action.
Right. Oh, and there's another character in there too. There's another young girl in this game. I don't remember. I got to look back again of what happened with that one, because it's you go between Barry, Claire, and then there's a part with Barry where you meet up with this little girl, and you have to you work with her, and she's got some kind of there's something unique about her as well. But the Barry thing was pretty cool, because you could feel the age on him, because he ain't just like this big tough guy again. He's still tough, but like they're wearing the character down a bit. He does have his Barry special and all that. Like there is some really cool stuff in it, but it was interesting. It was very interesting to see all that. And I'm curious to see what they're going to do now with the BSAA, which it looks like that was the agency that Chris was working for. He's not working for them in Village anymore. And they're using bioweapons. They're putting them out on the field. Because at the end of Village, one of the bodies, because we goes, what the hell is the BSAA doing here? And one of the trees or whatever, it hits the helicopter and it crashed. Later, when you're on a plane, they took one of the bodies that was from the wreckage and they brought him on, and it's a BOW. That's in the BSA clothes. So it's like,
I hate to say it, but knowing their track record, when they finally reveal what's going on with the BSAA, it's going to be Wesker coming out and saying Gash and revealing an Umbrella logo.
Yes. I wouldn't be too angry if they make another Wesker, if they have some kind of.
He's a clone anyway, so.
Right. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Isn't Jake's a Wesker clone, isn't he? From
Jake? They said it's legitimately his son.
Oh, I thought he was a clone.
No, he's not a clone.
I never finished 6. I just overheard what people were saying, but yeah.
No, he's his son, and he's got some of his abilities and shit because he's Wesker. He tangled with somebody while he was infected, so the kid's got some special powers to him. Well, that's what they did. They had Sherry in there as well. Sherry, you find out there's a part in the game, since neither one of you guys cleared it or went through it. She has a propeller, it blows up, and part of the blade goes into her chest. And it's like,
Sherry
shit.
Birkin.
Yeah, Sherry Birkin. Like, she's dead. And no, they pull it out. She has regenerative properties to her. She could heal. That's why I said there's some really cool elements that they did with moving the characters and the stories forward more. But it's the setting was kind of bad on some locations. But
the gameplay itself, I didn't like the experience. I'll try to play through it again. I just
because if you do, well, it's better doing co-op. I'll tell you that right now. Co-op's fucking fun. Because you kind of need the hand anyway in certain areas. But when you're all done with it, there's a section where Ada could play as well, and her story connects with all of their stories. Because she interacts with all of them throughout the different chapters. So that was pretty cool. And they each have their own boss that they have to fight. I like that thing that's chasing Jake and Sherry. It's like a more menacing kind of. All right, in Village, remember the guy with the propeller on his chest?
Yeah. It's like a big fan.
Yeah, he's jet engine or something.
Yeah, it's think of a really more messed up version of him without the propeller, with a touch of Nemesis, because he won't stop. He'll keep coming after you. He doesn't mutate like that, but he's formidable for sure. And those sections are pretty cool. He was a great design. That I liked. The Chris element, was it Chris? I'm trying to think if it was that one or Leon, because in the end there's a business type guy that you encounter who
I think Chris's whole thing super actiony and shit.
Well, yeah, I mean there's
that was a lot of that. That was one of my gripes with 6. I was we're going the action element.
Too much action, yeah.
Yeah,
you pull it back, yeah. I noticed that too, and Frankie was saying it too, because he was watching as I was playing some of those too, and he goes, because I said it. 4, it has a lot of action, but there is some good amounts of pacing.
Yeah,
I think Village, the pacing was perfect on that. And then, when you get up to these scenes where you're getting a horde of the Lycans or monsters coming at you, it's all right, yeah, this is intense right now. But the pacing was good. The mechanics, I think, the best have been with the remake of 4. So you could still have your actiony kind of elements, but it made more sense there. And again, the having that knife to parry and deflect, and that was good. That was much needed. It was very, very smooth controls. So,
I think it's another reason why they did 7 the way they did, is because they needed to bring it back to what it actually is, and that's
horror.
Yeah. So
yeah, you need that. Because I'll say that too. The directing was so damn top notch. The whole storytelling aspect in 8, I really, really dug it. I was surprised how much I actually given it a chance, and I'm like, oh, all right, third person, screw it, let's do it. Very happy that I picked it up because
it kind of reminded me. My bad.
Yeah, it kind of reminded you of what?
It kind of reminded me of 4 in a lot of ways, and then when you were in the castle, it reminded me of the first game, and I liked it. I really liked Village. I played through it quite a few times, especially once I had unlimited ammo.
Yeah, I kind of want to upgrade other weapons to see what kind of damage they could do.
Limited ammo.
That's how I was in 5 with the unlimited rocket launcher.
Yeah,
that made it so fun.
It's
glorious, baby.
I have an unlimited Magnum in that game. I just fucking go through smoking motherfuckers.
Yeah.
The original 4, when you unlocked everything, they gave you that gun that one shot the entire scene. It'd take out all the secret. That was fun. You just walk through it.
Yeah.
There was that one. I think they did it for PlayStation when they ported it over to PlayStation. If you could clear everything, which I did, I was really surprised. I'm like, oh, Adega, you'd be proud of me if you knew me back then too. It'd be like, holy shit, because that one weapon, and I wasn't that impressed with that weapon to be honest, but I did unlock it. It was the thing that removes less plagas from them, and it was like this hand cannon thing.
Yeah.
That laser that.
Yep.
But if you didn't hit them the proper way, or where it would kind of be on the body, it wouldn't work. You'd just go right through them. So it wasn't just that one shot kill. It was like, no, you need to make sure if it's going to be like in the chest to head area or somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there was cool stuff. The Chicago typewriter, I think, was my favorite.
Tommy gun.
They said it's in 4. It's in the remake of 4, but you got to clear professional mode with A ranking in order to.
I got a 22 version of that in real life. 50
sweet.
rounds.
Nice.
And a nice
So
drum barrel or drum.
They took 10 of your guns away. The government. How many do you have left? And he's like, I have all.
A few dozen.
Yeah. You give it back to the government one bullet at a time.
Well, see, when you have things that are delivered to you in pieces and assemble as they come, the government doesn't know you have them.
That's
It's amazing what 3D printing can do.
Allegedly in Minecraft.
Allegedly in Minecraft.
We're talking about games here. We're talking about Resident Evil. That's what we're talking about. I was going to say, I was surprised too with the opening. It's basically a Tim Burton story. They had the storyboard thing, or the child storybook that they were reading to the kid, and then you go into it.
Yeah.
That was really awesome because then in the end they play it again for you, and it's like, oh yeah, those are all of the creatures that you and the bosses that you encounter and what you get from them. And that was awesome. I love how they did all that.
Yeah, that was like a return to like 7 was a little iffy. Like I was there are parts of 7 I'm definitely not a fan of, like especially towards the end of the game.
What, you mean we had to buy the DLC to fight the final boss?
That and like I just wasn't a fan when you had to go on the ship or whatever. Like I just didn't really, I wasn't feeling that.
That was very Amnesia when you were on the that, and some feeling when you're on the ship because you don't have anything to like fight back.
Yeah, but then 8 feels like finally that was a full step in the right direction.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But yeah, again, and again, what they did with the science part of it too, like I really enjoyed that stuff, and the reason why she was so big, and like it all connected. I love what they did, and you don't really realize until you get closer to the end. It's like, oh, okay, all right, and you're reading all the all the little notes and stuff.
Yeah, as Chris,
yeah.
And then Chris, when you
go for it.
Yeah, when you start playing as Chris, like you feel like a total badass compared to when you're playing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah. Those night goggles! Holy shit! Could we just unlock that for the main game itself? That was so much fun. I'm like, oh shit.
You can get unlimited ammo for him too during his part. So I've got his rifles unlimited, and Dude, I fuck people up, man.
Yeah, that was great. Well, werewolves, because holy shit,
Yeah.
there was a lot of lichens in
Make
that,
me
in that
walk
section.
all these cases of water, you son of a bitch. Double tap, double tap.
Right? Oh, dude, that was awesome. It was intense.
I just wish you could get like unlimited grenades for that part, because you're right. Like when you have to fucking tell the people when you have to use the laser pointer on things, like it'd be a lot easier if you had grenades to hold all those lichens back.
Yeah, my God, dude. I was able to use what I had, and but when they do shoot the laser or when you point it for them to bomb it, dude, there was one who was howling at the top of his lungs when it came down, and you see like what was it, like 15 of them pop up, and they all got like disintegrated.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was pretty badass. But yeah,
Kills
and
lichens. Yeah.
Yeah, and then how freaking how tough Chris was too throughout it. I mean, like he was doing his famous punch, the boulder punch, when they got too close. You could do that when they're grabbing you. I did it a few times.
Nice.
Like, oh shit. Yeah, that was a good amount of fun.
That was so ridiculous at the end of 5 where it punches the
Oh
boulder.
yeah, tell me about it. This gun was useless as shit because I got it with the gold edition. But it was just part of it. So I'm like, yeah, it was cool to play with Wesker's thing in the beginning, but I'm like, this is a weak ass gun. You can't even upgrade it. What's the point of it? But, yeah, no, I'm trying to think some other cool parts in there. But this game impressed me. But throughout all of them, I don't know. I'm still thinking that the remake of 2 might be my favorite.
I haven't played
Really?
it. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, that was a shit ton of fun. They kept it so true to the original game. Yeah, dude, I that was some fun shit. I don't know. Adega, what was your favorite so far?
I gotta finish 4 first to be an honest judge. 2, I like 2 a lot. I don't know. I'm gonna have to finish 4. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, it is amazing. It is.
But it's, going through it the first time, I'm having a difficulty with ammo management because I don't remember what's what, and they changed some things, so I may have to restart just to. But I'm deliberately torturing myself, and that's how I like playing games.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you do.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the remake or if it was always, but it's like it feels like 4 is a lot longer than I remember it being.
4 was a big game though.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty massive.
Yeah, I remembered it being a little shorter than what it was. I mean, that's fine. I like more content, but it's just I've been playing through it. Like I don't remember it being this long, but I guess it was.
I think I put a lot more hours in it than I ever did on Skyrim.
Skyrim, I fucking love Skyrim. I played the shit out of that.
Oh wow.
Oh, I sent you another link, Vinny. That one you could share. The same artist that made that picture, it popped up. And this is why I brought the one to you. She did the look for one of the new Tekken characters.
Okay.
Was it Lily or Lily?
Let me see. It is Lily.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you guys, what would you want from Resident Evil 9 other than maybe they're bringing back the cast? Like, what do you want out of that game? Like, if you can compare it to any of the other games, or maybe something original, like what would you like out of 9?
I want to know where they're ultimately going with all of it, because I know they're trying to make like these super bioweapons, and it looks like they're starting to perfect it finally. Because, like, again, if the BSA are using them, and that's still supposed to be a good organization. So who's taking control now? Because it was Umbrella, then it turned to Tricell in 5. Mm-hmm. Is it still like who's running the show now?
Wasn't Tricell still technically Umbrella though? If I remember,
it was like an offshoot to them.
Yeah.
So like I'm curious, like where are they going? Who's the big baddie that's going to be in this now? That's what I am curious to see where.
I'd have to agree too. I'd like to be able to hit the the main headquarters of the people that are pulling all the shots, and have them all there. Yeah, see, that's her design.
Yeah.
So they're putting it in the game.
Yeah,
she does all that Victorian stuff.
Nice, and she's French. Oh,
very nice.
Pretty damn cool.
Although that's not what French look like anymore.
No. There's bonfires everywhere. I don't think they.
The French look like the invasion force looks different.
Yeah, the people that occupy France now.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. Jeez. Yeah, there's some pretty cool designs out there. You know, oh yeah, this one's pretty sweet too. But all right, now this, never mind. I'm not sure. No, I could see when they just paint over a photo. I blew it up and I could see what cheap tricks that people do. It's nauseating. Yeah. People learn how to draw again, please.
Do you think it's they don't know how to draw, or they're just saving time for business sense?
Either way, I think it's really cheap and shitty. You're a major company like that, hire proper concept artists, because then you can even put together those art books. And I know a lot of the art books, they do have some of that shit in there. They'll take Google images and they'll paint over and do certain things. But for the most part, when it comes to the designs of the characters and shit like that, and things that you really break down, you could tell when something's hand drawn and done the right way, because there's more care that's put into it. When it's just these really cheap things, or they'll take like a celebrity's face or their body and they'll just throw clothes on them and this is what they kind of is going to look like, and then they change things just slightly and like, come on, that's just cheap shit.
Like half of modern Star Wars ships.
Yeah, pretty much half. I'd say more than that. Jeez. But I don't know. Tony, what else would you like to see out of it? Where they're going?
Chris Pratt as a lead. No, like honestly, I don't know. If we return to more of like how part 1 or part 2 was, I really like the puzzles and finding things and connecting them. Like action is cool and all, but like it's one reason I like Zelda so much. I like puzzles, I like figuring stuff out and finally getting the piece you need to advance further into the game. And like that's just the kind of stuff I really like. So
I agree with you on that. There is a lot of cool stuff regarding that. Well, what they did with 8, it's all over the place in there. I think that's another reason why I really enjoyed that too.
Yeah.
You have some of the history of like the location that you're in, mixed with what's going on and who's kind of pulling the strings and some of those puzzles. Like they had a good balance of that type of stuff. And
there was action as well, and yeah,
because there's parts that are very quiet, and then boom, all of a sudden it's just holy shit! Like, what am I supposed to do here?
Yeah.
It's like I got a handful of shotgun shells, I got a full clip, and I have a gigantic werebeast thing coming at me, and then a bunch of little ones.
If one thing made me kind of sad about 8, it's that I thought that chick was gonna be your ride or die through the game, and the girl whose father turned when you were in that house, and then she said "fuck it" and let go. And
that was so weird.
Yeah.
Like, what a dumbass.
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought we were gonna do this together, huh?
Yeah. It's like, damn it. Yeah, Tony didn't want to be alone on this. He's like, there's wolves. And in any case, if he got cornered, he could have pushed her in front.
Yeah. I don't have to run fast, just faster than you.
Right.
Yes.
Holy shit. There was one problem I saw in that game. It was at the very, very end. After she leaves the flowers there and she goes back to the car, there's that guy who calls her Evelyn, which he wouldn't know who that is, first of all. And then he makes claims that he knew who her father was.
Well, I think because he was with the BSAA or something, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so they were at the end of 7. They helped you kill Evelyn.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they help you kill her at the end. They give you this gun or whatever that can kill her.
Yeah, and there's all the files and paperwork on her and all that.
But to me, the only thing that would have really made proper sense would be Chris, because Chris actually had more of a dialogue with Ethan.
Chris is the one that actually kills the brother in the DLC, not Ethan.
Okay.
Wow.
Because
basically, you don't even get to kill it.
Basically, the DLC picks up after the end of 7.
That shit had me so mad you didn't even get to take out the whole family in the game. Like,
wow.
What the fuck?
When does Chris when is he fully aware that Ethan is just he's a mold thing too? That he's
I think he knew at the end of 7, and that's why they moved him to Europe.
Okay.
I'd have to go back and play it, but I think that's why they were keeping him like separated and.
Gotcha.
Like he kind of knew what was going on. He just because they were his like team was even telling him like you really should have told him, boss. Like they were giving Chris shit for keeping stuff from Ethan.
Yeah. Godzillionaire says Resident Evil 9 in space.
That's what we got Dead Space for, which jumped the shark in 3, in my opinion.
Yeah. Then they did a remake and they completely like social justice it.
Chris wants a hybrid. He wants them in space and big titty goth chicks.
Oh yeah.
Right. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
He's not wrong.
Nope.
The man has
seriously. Dude, seriously, Lady Dimitrescu, man, she was the star of RE8. Like nobody, like people that didn't even give a shit about the game saw this giant, tall goth chick with huge cans and went, "Oh God, step on me, mommy."
You're gonna have to share him that link when we're done, then.
Yes, and 3 vampire daughters, which were fantastic.
Oh
as well.
yeah,
I like watching you struggle with them the first time around. That was funny. Good killer. What do I do?
The fuck am I supposed to do here?
Felt bad. Like you've got these hot chicks with blood all over their tits that are hanging out, and you're just unloading a shotgun, and I'm like, Jesus.
Or is that euphemism for something else?
Yeah. Skeet.
He's just unloading like me and She-Hulk here. You know, it's another big bitch. She's not 8 feet tall. She's like 7 feet tall. And then just banging away. I put my penis in her a lot.
I gotta play that video, but I'll probably get hit for it if I do it.
You could get hit for that last one anyway.
Which one?
Just you're talking to what you're doing to She-Hulk.
Oh, what?
I don't know. Do you get nailed for that?
No, I've been fine. I've been winning those. The ones that they hit me on, it's usually we go a little too into certain political conversations.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like
needles and little men. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like these can't be monetized for all advertising. I've only had one that was red and they blocked it in countries. That's funny. I had to edit shit out. They're just a bunch of pussies. I mean, again, who knows? Maybe they already got me on this one, but because we talked about UK that they're not allowed to have kitchen knives. What are they going to cut with their finger?
Yeah. And the fact they can just come in and take your kitchen knife, man. What the, wow.
Well, dude, that's why we fought a war to get out of that piece of shit. Like that whole place is like that. Like it's funny how much we take rebellion against authoritarian. So like we take it for granted because most other countries are so brainwashed and so turned into drones that they can't even like process the concept of questioning authority.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know, it's scary. Like seriously, like you deal with like Chinese who have been in the CCP for generations, dude. They have no abstract thoughts. It's just process and procedure.
Yeah.
Tell me what to do. Like there's no like, well, how could we innovate and circle around that idea? You know, none of that.
And the youth of today.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary, man. Like, it's really scary seeing like my nephew's generation and the growing lack of creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was a kid, dude, like I would be drawing. Like when I still had use of my hands, like I had Chris's notebook or whatever, and I was drawing all the time. And there were other people that are doing the same thing. And there's like all these like aspirations to make cool shit, or what are you working on? You know, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And we're like the last generation that does that, dude. There's very few people in the Zoomer group.
Dude, I'm feeling like that a lot. I've helped a number of different people with some drawing tips and things, and I'm like, how do you not know this? This is drawing 101. Like, what the, like, you got to use shapes, you got to use perspective. There's certain things, and depending on what you're drawing and how you're doing, I'm like, how did you not know this? Like, it's amazing. But they'll use these 3D models and shit, or now they're just typing it in the AI program. Oh, I want so and so in this location with blah 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 blah. And they get some computer generated thing with fucking 12 fingers.
80 teeth.
Yeah, 9 eyes. But I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I know they're perfecting that technology even more. They're ripping off people. They're ripping off photos and artwork and art styles, and they're mishmashing all this crap. So when they're doing that, then that means you're getting an even more lazy society. And that's why you're not going to have really original ideas anymore. And things are all going to be like, well, how do you do that? And how do you do this?
Bro, code is going that way to where you could just say, I want a website with this and that. And I'm like, fuck, man, I'm sitting here teaching myself to code. Like, am I just wasting my fucking time? Because in 10 years,
Yeah,
dude, my job is going to be phased out too. They're going to have AI design user experiences. Let's just build it off of algorithms.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, you did all the work. All right, now we figured out how to do these things, and perfect. Now you're obsolete, and we have the T1000.
Go starve to death. Go eat the bugs.
Yeah, that's it. We're taking away your forks next. It has pointy ends. Just eat your bug paste and drink your sewage water as I'm banging away on Leonardo DiCaprio again in a wonderful island here. Yes.
Make your Soylent Green.
Yep. These freaks. What a bunch of freaks. That Klaus Schwab, since he was like freaking growing pains. Since growing pains, he was slamming him.
Show me that smile again.
You got that other creep, what's his name? Charlie Sheen, who's sitting there trying to throw attacks at Elon Musk about the check marks, where he was using Crisco to bang Corey Haim.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Great individuals. What an amazing society. Again, people still worship celebrities. What is wrong with everyone? Seriously.
Yeah, we're doomed species.
Jeez, tell me about it. Well, I think that's why the last of the entertainment we're really enjoying here, what they put out, certain companies. But again, that number of fun entertainment is dwindling. We got to keep this shit alive in a proper way. That's why we talk about what we talk about. For those who are kind of curious, and that's why I stay away from all the other bullshit, all these internet drama crap. It's nothing. It's sewing circles of shit. It's people who are just trying to step over one another for that extra dollar. And it's like, well, that currency is going to be turning digital, and they're gonna just kick down your door, and they're gonna take what they want. So what are you fighting for? What are you doing?
Yep.
God. Well, the internet slap fights is what I'm referring to. All that stupid shit. It means nothing.
Yep.
So, if you want good stuff, be vocal about that. Talk about the things you enjoy, not about all the other crap. We know what's dead. We know what's gone. I had one spaz who wrote me or something. They were upset with the Emperor video that I did. I guess.
Oh no.
Yeah, I took a shot at Kathleen Kennedy, and she's doing
stop
a great
making
job.
fun of old white men.
Yeah, pretty much. Go fuck yourselves. Like, seriously.
Well, you know where it's all headed, because they're doing that with art now. In another few years, that's what movies are going to be. They're not going to need, and that's what's funny. Like Charlie Sheen, all these people think they're so fucking important. In a couple more years, they're not going to need humans for acting.
Yeah, we'll have Marilyn Monroe fighting Admiral Tarkin.
Yeah, they're just going to give me a scene with this, and that, and the Star Destroyer blows up the other shit. And that's all movies are going to be. And eventually, that's where we're going to be. So it's like, Chris, you better take some Dramamine, because we're all going to be hooked up to the machine. We're all going to be hooked up to VR. I'm going to be in fucking Hyrule. living a lifetime, living 60, 70, 80 years in Hyrule, saving
what
Princess Zelda, and then I'm going to pop out of the machine and it's only been 30 minutes, and that's what prison's going to be. They'll throw you in fucking prison and it'll feel like you've been in there for 200 years and it's been 2 days.
What saddens me, what saddens me though with all the AI stuff is that there won't be any market for creators anymore.
You know, you guys say that, but my family and I still have the original anvil for almost 200 years ago. I've been blacksmiths forever. And when the horses started getting faded out, they were all claiming the same thing, and it got thinned out, but you still find them. So there'll be a high value for that stuff.
There'll be a niche of a niche.
Are the ones who survive.
No, I mean there will be niche markets, but mass appeal, it's over, man.
That could be, yeah.
Whenever society would get dominated, it's always the blacksmiths that are spared.
What people that actually could do a physical trade, something that the world needs. It's stuff like that for sure. But part of storytelling, I don't think it'll ever die. Storytelling is something we've been doing since
the AI can just like you can distill it down to Joseph Campbell's, A Hero of 1,000 Faces, and just be like, okay, give me a story about a farm boy. No, he's not a farm boy. He's a Jedi. Yeah, same thing. And he goes to outer space. No, he goes across the ocean. No, wait, let's make it outer space.
No, but here's the thing, Chris. I mean, because if what their insane plans are, they're not looking to entertain. The elite's not looking for that type of entertainment. Their entertainment is still very, very sick and disturbing. So it's going to be similar to something like out of a sci-fi movie of what they're keeping alive in jars for their amusement. It's not going to be. Oh yeah, like you have some rich family royalty thing going. Yes, I'd like to read about what happened. And let's say this fictional apocalypse world and blah, blah. No, they're not going to do that. They don't care because they're freaks. They're not into that type of stuff. They just want to see the destruction of mankind, and they want to be the king sitting on top of this rubble. I don't know. They're insane. They're truly insane.
Yeah, I wanted to see the holodeck before I died. Like that idea of being able to create photonic haptic feedback and create you could basically verbally program something. So instead of having to use your hands to type programming, you could literally use a verbal language to construct a program and be like, okay, I want to make this holodeck suite program where I'm going to Chris's Krampustopia, which is a tropical paradise where the DOA beach volleyball girls are, but they're all naked. That's not going to happen in my lifetime now, thanks to all this crap that we're seeing.
God, the whole thing is just crazy, bro. The whole fucking thing. I don't know. It's weird. But they they want people broken. That's their goal. Yeah. They want to break people. They want to break.
It
society.
Makes it feel like we're living Resident Evil, though.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's the reason I think why these games have done so well.
Yeah, because there's truth to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth hidden in there.
Yeah, somewhere between Resident Evil and The Matrix.
Yeah,
that's exactly it, dude. And you can throw in Terminator. Skynet's aware. It's awake. What's with the ducks? Can someone explain ducks to me?
Chickens. It's supposed to be chickens.
Well, they did turn around and say, hey, we need to stand back on AI. So, hey, we need to cure the planet. All right, let's kill humanity.
We're all probably going to be in our VRs.
No, I can't do VR. I'll vomit everywhere.
Ain't gonna do it.
That's where we're headed, and we're all going to be in our VRs when the AI takes us out.
Ain't gonna do it.
If you were to go, would you want it to be a T800?
What about a TX there and get Kristana Loken to take me out?
Yeah, I'd rather have one of the hot ones take me out.
Breast augmentation.
I'll take her out. I need a really big magnet.
Know how they defeated her? I don't remember.
But it has to look like Billy Blanks.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's got to look like the type old Billy Blanks guy. That's got to be the
Wait.
T800. 900.
That's how you want to go.
We're talking about Kristana Loken, and all of a sudden Billy Blanks' face appeared on Kristana Loken's body.
Listen, Adam has his
the
fantasy.
dark meat.
Adam has his fantasy. He wants Billy Blanks to take him out.
He wants to pay the toll.
Look, man, if you got to pick your Terminator, because it doesn't have to be Arnold. You never said it had to be. So I'm sitting here thinking, what would be the most ironic person to bring up? And that's who popped in my mind.
Oh my
Just
god!
popped in there.
Popped in there.
It took me a second to remember his damn name.
Great. Now, how many
it's
would
like,
be like
Ghost.
It's
like Ghostbusters. You just have this huge Billy Blanks, and I'm like, I don't know, it just popped in there.
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Billy Blanks. It can't be. What is it? What is it, Adam? It can't be. What is it?
It could
the Billy
be
Blanks
worse.
typo guy.
But it can always be worse. It could be like a 60-foot tall Hillary.
Oh God!
Why did I know you were going there?
With the
Make a
shakes.
make a Streisand, but with Hillary.
Barbara.
It'd be Biden, and he's just like trying to sniff kids.
Yeah, it's a giant nostril. Kids get sucked.
I'm the big guy. Yeah,
He lines them up and sniffs them up his mecha nose.
Yeah, snorts
Hold on to something. He's inhaling again.
Yeah,
Well,
kind of like in Nope. In
Yep.
Nope.
I didn't watch that crap. No, I was saying if it's the old shit, he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm the big guy. Where's my 10%? Where's my 10%?"
Yeah, 10% of the population gone.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be more. Oh, it'd just be 10 left.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, what they're doing here. It's crazy. Chris, what was your favorite Resident Evil game that you either played or watched, or story-wise or whatnot?
I think the last one I played was Code Veronica on the Dreamcast. I never finished it though.
Oh no. Okay.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah. I liked it because you got to play as Claire again.
Yep.
She seemed to have been like the oft overlooked character. It's like, oh, we got her in 2, and then nope. But yeah, that she kind of sounded like Gabrielle from Legend of was it Xena Warrior Princess, the voice actress.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I like Code Veronica. That was a really fun game. Even the mercenary stuff was awesome on that. Cool. Yeah, I want them to remake that game so badly. Everyone's been like, "Where the hell is it?" That's
we got the model right there,
right? People have been wanting the remake of that game since the original remake.
They're probably gonna start hitting the Revelations and Code Veronica and stuff next, because I mean they're getting close to the point. Like maybe they'll remake 5, maybe 6, maybe. But it's like they've almost got all the games remade. I mean,
they might go back to
0
1.
yet.
Yeah, well, 0 was kind of already good. Like it was a game feud.
0.
Well, I don't mean good in the sense that it was like great game, but like it was already kind of brought up to modern technology.
Yeah,
you know? I think the Resident Evil 1 remake could be remade again to be better coinciding with Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah, someone did, a fan did that.
Oh shit!
Hold on. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I was going to pull that up.
I hated the Resident Evil 1 remake.
I played it for about 5 minutes, and I'm like, it's the same game, just prettier.
The only decent thing was the extra story stuff in the beginning.
Well, Lisa, no, I'm sorry. One was needed. That remake was fucking needed. I love that thing. The lighting, the atmosphere, the horror angles. That was like Hitchcock.
It was less
shit.
scary than the original.
No, it was like Hitchcock shit. I'm sorry. The 16-bit, brightly colored
less
rooms.
Scary.
Nah, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Draven still has the hang up with the snake.
Yep. Oh God.
All right, we're kicking him out for now.
Okay, right?
I'm sorry. The remake of 1, sorry, that was needed on every level. It truly was. So I've just kicked you so I can finish saying what I'm saying, because that thing was gorgeous. Holy shit! The lighting, the atmosphere. Creepy shit all over the place. The Lisa elements, they put so much extra in there, including like the story. If you started to read some of the journals and shit, they put a lot more in there. I'll bring you back.
You're in.
But,
No.
you're wrong. I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
I'm sorry. I
wait.
like the tank controls and all that stuff because I feel like that adds to the scary factor, and the fact that they kind of got rid of that in the remake of 1 also kind of hinders it, in my opinion. I'm a sucker for the original 3. Like, you could do whatever you want to remake them. Those are always going to be my favorite.
The first game, that remake of the first game, was tank controls. It was they prettied it up. They added extra shit. So again, I don't know what you were talking about. They didn't do over the shoulder until the other
0.
remakes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Zero was still tank controls. Zero was still.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it had stationary cameras.
Yeah, I fucking played that remake. I couldn't tell you how many times.
I played it once and I was like, yeah, this is shit.
Oh, that's because you're gay. Anyway,
Damn!
Now who do we lose?
I'm messing with you, brother. But yeah, no. This is a fan made thing here. Holy crap! What they did. This is over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Look how freaking cool this is. So yeah,
it's a shame we didn't get that for the actual remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, which was bad.
Which was badass. You're right.
Bad.
You left
as
off
in
that word.
Trash.
Sorry.
I
think
never.
You're a clown.
No, oh Jesus! No, I never played the original Resident Evil until after I had played through the director's cut, because I never saw it like in the store. It was like 97, 98 or whatever, and it was just Resident Evil director's cut. And I'm like, oh, what's this? I didn't realize that like there was actually a lot of difference between the original and the director's cut.
I don't think I ever played the original. I just played the director's cut back then.
Yeah. I started the original. I only rented it from Blockbuster at the time, and then a friend of mine hooked me up with the director's edition. So then, I went through that one. I was like, holy shit, yeah.
Is this a playable demo or? Oh, hey, playable demo and download. Okay.
Yeah, I apparently did the whole thing. You could see before they go there. So, I don't know what this other one was about. I didn't see this full video or nothing. I saw something different.
Yeah, let me download this. I can put this on my emulator on my arcade.
Dude, yeah, that'd be great. Because you can see they have the police station in there. Well, that was out in that's actually in the city. It's interesting. But they said you could explore the Raccoon Police Department beforehand before you go to the mountains up there.
That's awesome.
Hanging around, I'm like, holy shit.
I just don't like her Japanese uniform. That hat's weird.
Yeah,
I love that. That is her original uniform.
It is.
Yeah, she's got like the military stuff.
But it's total Japanese.
Oh, it is. It is, but it still works. I thought it was pretty cool.
The books are really good. The S.D. Perry book series of Resident Evil.
Yeah, those are great. I think I read 4 or 5 of those. No, 4 of them, I think.
Hell yeah, love me some Jill.
Yeah,
Jill, you're late.
Yeah, dude, they did a great job there. But yeah, dude, this is pretty cool. Yeah, and he breaks down the mission and what they're gonna do. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
a little bit because they have the whole. It's not just CGI. You could actually play in the forest as well, like when you're getting attacked by the dogs. So that's pretty damn sweet.
Nice.
The blue shirt needs to be tighter.
Joseph! Hey, when she rocks it right, he's right.
That's the part where he gets killed by the dogs.
Bad dog. Bad dog.
I think I've seen this before.
Have you?
Or was this in the remake as well? That part where
No, it was a whole.
yeah, she like falls
movie.
down and Chris saves her here.
Yeah. But they actually made it look like it's playable stuff here.
Yeah.
In-game graphics. Yeah, see? Yeah, you can play as her and get your ass to the mansion. That's pretty cool.
Look at the Doberman. It's just like
Yeah.
The size of that gun.
Oh, Barry's got the deagle.
Yeah,
he
look
had
at
that
thing.
in the in Revelations too. He did have that.
Jill, no, don't open that door.
Danger, Jill Robinson. Danger.
Yeah, the book's great because it like goes into Jill's backstory and shit, and like explains why she's good at lockpicking and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Is she good at about being in a Jill sandwich?
Well, her dad was a thief or whatever.
You are the master. What do they call her? Jill, the master of picking locks, or
unlocking things.
Yeah, of unlocking things. It was like that's probably a bad translation right there.
Yeah.
That's.
I guess I'll jump a bit. See, I never seen this video. I saw a few minutes here and there from something else, but
commercial.
I clicked on the first one.
Commercials on YouTube.
Yeah, that's unheard of. That's like a picture-in-picture watching AEW.
Yeah. Right. I don't know if I still have the novels. Why did they do another one? Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
She did some of the other. She did some books for other stuff too. I see, Perry.
Yeah, because I was dating some chick and she gave me hers, but I don't remember if I gave them back to her or not. I can't remember. But no, they were
She
cool.
doesn't write books because she's got purple hair in this picture.
Oh,
maybe it's good she doesn't do these anymore.
Oh yeah. What was the last one she did?
0 hour. It looks like. Hold on.
She did a Code Veronica, didn't she? Or am I wrong?
This is the first one. City of the Dead was 2, or no, Calabina Grove was 2. I have the original. They re-released them and they have different covers.
Okay.
I have all the original covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like 0 hour, but I thought there was another one. Oh, maybe it was Underworld that was the last one.
What was the story in that one? What was the main?
It's Code. Okay, so Code Veronica is book 6, and then City of the Dead is basically Resident Evil 2, and then Underworld is book 4. Then it goes, which is in between 2 and 3. Which book 5 is Nemesis, which is 3, and then it goes to Code Veronica, which is 6, and then 0 hour, which is book 0 technically. There's this other one, but it's written by somebody else. It says it's book 8, called Rose Blank, Resident Evil Rose Blank, but it's by a different author.
Okay, that's basically the 8th game.
I'm not sure on that one.
Rose is in the title. I would assume it would be.
Maybe. It has a bunch of zombies on the front of it, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
With a rose petal or a rose flower.
Oh, all right. Maybe that's 5. I don't know. The 5th game. But yeah, either way, I mean, again, this franchise is still, I think, kicking ass. And I mean, to see fans making shit like this, like, holy crap.
Grab it before the C&D hits.
Yeah. They said there's a Code Veronica as well. I think the same people are working on. So I don't know. Either that or Capcom hire them, because this shit looked pretty damn gorgeous. Some impressive shit we got here. It's like the whole game. I mean, granted, you would have to, I think, extend some of the story elements, put some more stuff in there because I know one was a quick game.
Apparently, Rose Blank. There's no official English translation of it. There's a German translation was published in 2006. So German localization inserted a number 8 into the cover design to tie into the S.D. Perry novel series.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah,
it's gone. You can't download this anymore.
Oh, you can't.
No, the download link went to a Twitter that no longer exists.
Oh shit.
Yep, it's gone.
So all right, it only exists on YouTube.
But she did books for Aliens versus Predator, Aliens.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did
some Star Trek stuff.
I looked that up at one point. Yeah,
but yeah,
that's pretty. Didn't she do another video game series? Pretty sure she did. But I mean, like, the books are canon or they're not?
I don't think they're canon, but they if they would make them canon, it would fit.
Mm-hmm.
So
pretty cool though. Yeah, Edwin. Yeah, there's no pronouns in this stuff. Resident Evil, no, they've been kicking ass with all their stuff, and this is actually a fan-made game based off the remake of the first game. So yeah, but yeah, no, we were talking about the the main series, and because the remake of 4 just came out, a lot of us have been clearing it or getting close to it, and I just cleared 8. Recently. Again, I don't have too many vices, but yeah, video games, it's something that if there's a really good game, I'm super selective with what I play because, again, I don't really have much time either. I try to make time. Yeah, I've had 8 sitting here. I God knows how long. I've been wanting to play more of it. I haven't been able to. When I streamed it for you guys was like, I think that was the second time I even touched this damn thing, and it was right in the beginning. So, like, I just got out of the werewolf section and got into the castle, and then like it was sitting there for maybe 4 or 5 months. I literally had no time, but for 4 and 8, I was, especially while I was playing 4, I'm like, holy crap! Now I got to keep playing these. I made time on the weekends and. Cranked them out, and it's fun because shit's really inspirational to me as well. Considering too what like City of Venus that I've been working on, there's a lot of elements that I've always kind of been inspired by from these type of stories. But obviously, like my stuff's going in totally different directions. But there are elements I got kind of pissed off with that I did see in 8, and I'm like, oh, you sons of bitches! So I'm gonna redesign some things. Because they get kind of close to a particular thing I'm doing in one of the stories. So it's kind of good that I did play the game so I was aware of it so I could change it. But it's just the look of something. It's kind of how they got there is totally different. But, yeah, no, I mean, there's something that's cool about that stuff, you know? I always like science, sci-fi, action, all sorts of different shit, so... it's kind of what I'm putting into a lot of my stories. You got some cool dramatic moments, with the characters in these stories. So we did about 2 hours tonight. Anything else anyone wants to say about these things? I mean, Adam, I know you never really played any Resident Evil games, right?
Just the first one, and then I saw the movies. My brothers played these more than I did because I was working and family.
Gotcha. Cool. But you did like them, right?
Yeah, I did. I've got one of the GameCube ones that I want to play.
Nice. Excellent. Yeah, the GameCube, they did 0 in the remake of 1, and I thought those were excellent. I think 4, they put on that system as well. I think that was the first system it came out on.
Yep.
I still have all that shit, too.
That's where I originally played it.
Yeah. And then with 4, I think so far, every time they re-released it, I bought it and played through it. Surprisingly enough. And I'm like, yeah, you think that would be my favorite one? I still think 2 might be my favorite. I don't know. But there's something that getting into the city and like the story elements, how they connected this shit, and then how it led into Nemesis. Like, I don't know. There's so much good stuff.
2 is really good. Nemesis is really good too. Like.
Yeah.
Just because you're being chased by him and that, like, oh shit, like,
Oh yeah,
becomes a nemesis.
Yeah, some terrifying stuff they put in there. But Type 2 Nemesis was the coolest looking one, I thought. Where it was just like he was all bare chested and he had like all the kind of tendrils and shit hanging off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was cool. I was pissed that they didn't do that in the remake.
Yeah.
They just made him more monstrous, which I mean it worked for what they did. And I
So he doesn't transform into the tentacle bit?
Not into that one. His transformation is different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I still think it's a great game. There's been a few people who bitch a little bit. Like, oh, it's too short. And they could have the big.
I did hear it was short.
Yeah, it feels a little bit shorter, but it's still It's a solid game, absolutely. And I'm happy that they remade it because again, I want to see more like these kind of 3D model stuff. You know, the city and its detail and everything, and the other cool shit that they put in there. The hospital stuff is pretty awesome with Carlos.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a pretty intense scene because it's you gotta fight off a horde just like in Resident Evil 4. Like they have that element is in there. It's just like it feels relentless.
Yeah.
So yeah, there were some really cool moments. And I might be slightly biased because I knew the person who did her voice and did the motion capture for her. Which she also did one of the daughters of Lady Dimitrescu in 8.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was the blonde one. I couldn't tell you what the names were because there were like 3 different ones.
Is it the one like the first one where like the window busts open and it starts fucking her up?
I think it was the one. No, it was the one that was. She was in the center of the room. Was the light in the wind that you gotta keep hitting the switches in the library?
Yeah,
I think that's what she did because she had more of a she does more of a childlike kind of playfulness. Out of the 3 of them, there was the one that was more, kind of a little juvenile, I guess. The way they did that. I know one of those voice actresses. She passed away though. She had cancer or something.
Oh damn!
Yeah, one of the 3
I didn't
daughters.
hear about that.
Yeah, she was a smoke.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was horrible. I think it was like right as the game got released or right before. Yeah, there was a lot of heartfelt things out there for her. Which again, yeah, send good thoughts to the family and everything. But, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Anyone else want to chime in? Favorites, or did I hit everyone yet? Draven, what was? I know this isn't like one of your big game series, but for the ones that you did play, 2 is your favorite.
Probably 2 or 3. Like it's a toss up between those 2.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a chance to play the. They do go hand in hand because they're basically the same time period.
Right.
And 5 I really enjoyed too, just because I played it with co-op and stuff with a friend. Yeah.
Fun fact: that's the first game that my brother and I played through together.
Nice.
Yeah, Frankie doesn't normally do like Resident Evil type games.
6 was basically when I fell off, like being super into Resident Evil, just because 6 was just a hot mess for me.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Although I think the whole campus thing was like that part was fantastic, and it's like take that, you crazy lefties. Pow, pow, pow. And Leon kills the president in the beginning.
The first like part of the Leon thing, I was like, oh, this is cool, and then I heard that it gets like actiony and shit, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Wait, just
that is kind of.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's just kind of fucked up. You save his daughter and everything, then you get back and he turns into a fucking zombie. Like I remember that from 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you too.
And
Mr.
you go into
President.
some weird temple thing or whatever with Leon or some shit at the end, like in his thing. And I was just like, yeah, I'm good.
No, you went underground. You found catacombs in this area. Because you went through the graveyard, and from the church you went inside. I thought all that shit was great. Like it was very Resident Evil. I think they missed the mark as soon as they jump over to the Chris section, because some of the mutated things they mixed them with bugs, and it was so stupid. You had half a torso, like the upper half of a torso was a human guy, and the bottom half was like a big cockroach. And it's like, what?
Okay.
That was so dumb.
And then at that time, like all the survival horror games were making the jump to basically being action kind of shooter games in a way. So I was just kind of like,
Yeah. But I gotta say, I enjoyed all of the Leon parts. There's a part you're on a plane, and there's the outbreak happens on the plane, and you got some fucking nasty, big Lizzo-looking thing that's shooting out pus pores and shit at you, and you gotta take them down. Yeah, then you gotta crash the plane. I mean, it's crazy. Very very Harrison Ford. I could do this. I've done it a million times. Just point me in the direction of Kathleen Kennedy. But yeah, basically from there, like you land in China and like you meet up with Chris and like they start to interact, like some of their story elements. It's crazy too because I think a game like that might actually be. I wouldn't be surprised if they do cancel it because Jake's board is in a Slavic country. When you get to Wesker Sun. Yeah, and you're in the middle of a war zone, like straight up. So it's like, okay, like there's, like I said, there's still a lot of parallels in that. I dig it. Did you ever clear 6?
No, I didn't. I vaguely remember playing 5, but 6 I never touched. No, 6 and 7 I haven't played either one of them.
Oh, surprise!
I got distracted doing other things, and
there
for a while, for several years, I wasn't doing any games at all. So that's probably when they came out.
Yeah, I did that with a few things. I went back later and got what I.
I'll probably have to go back and play. I didn't like 5. I know a lot of people did, but I wasn't a fan.
Okay.
I'm right there with you, dude. I got done playing it, and I'm like, this didn't feel like Resident Evil. This is just like an action game. Like,
yeah,
it is very actiony.
Like 4 still had enough of the horror elements, even though that was pretty actiony. But 5, I was just like, I beat it, and I didn't feel like I had played a Resident Evil game.
Yeah, I hear you. That's 8 feels like it's straight up. It's Resident Evil again. 4 doing the remake on that. Yeah, I think it was a good balance because there's still a lot of intense stuff, but there's still moments where it's like, okay, you can still kind of explore a little bit. You can do the puzzles. Like they still have that stuff in there. And what do you call it? The little dude Salazar's mansion was again. That's still mansion. Yeah, that's still some crazy shit. What do you call it? The maze. That maze pissed me off. It was still fun to play, but it still pissed me off because those dogs, like, they wouldn't stop coming. Jesus, they were popping out of the bushes everywhere. It's like, okay, I thought I just took out a wave of these things. Yeah, it's. You'll get to it, Doc.
I will. The hard way, but that's okay.
But there is some cool stuff too that happens in there too, because like you do a little bit of backtracking if you want to get like certain key items, and it's like, oh, okay, that was pretty cool. Like I wasn't expecting this or that. Like there's still moments in there.
Well, I had to backtrack to the church because I had just stealthed through there the first time, but I was so low on ammo, I had to go back and harpooned everybody with explosives to pick up more ammo.
Nice.
Ended up with a bunch of grenades though.
Okay. Shit, you use those grenades.
Man.
Make it rain. No, I know. There's certain things that you want your gun for. Oh shit! But all right, yeah. I hope everyone had a fun time tonight. We'll go around the horn, and Chris, let the good folks know where they can find you and anything you'd like to talk about, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun talking Resident Evil stuff. And the pitiful state of the fallen empire of Great Britain. Yeah.
Coming to a country near you.
Yeah, and yeah, that's it, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. Oh, awesome to have you. Go check out his stuff. It's Infinitale Chronicles. Excellent books and things. And yeah, we got Adega Outlaw here.
Hey.
We have our own mad scientist.
Yeah, the Actually, the second book in the Bloodwitch series hit the market a couple days ago. The Ogons, that's actually the very first one in the series. So that's on Barnes & Noble. And I think it's already sold some, so I'm doing good.
Oh, beautiful. Hell yeah. Dude, yeah, thank you, Doc, for being on. And I'm happy we got to talk about, again, another franchise that you're also a fan of.
Big fan. Except, like I said, 6 was something I missed.
Yeah. Well, I urge you, I mean, if you do find it for a couple of bucks, because it's like dirt cheap now, but at least play through Leon's campaign. That was fun.
Right.
Some cool stuff in there. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to shoot up a bunch of zombies on a campus? I mean,
there you go.
Right? At least that part.
I mean, that's kind of prophetic.
Yeah. And like, I like that he's got the double guns too. You can shoot with both hands. I mean, that's the one thing I enjoyed about Leon's campaign too. So I'll give that. Wasn't total shit, but it was still it had some elements in there. Cool, man. Thank you, Doc, for being here. Go to Tony. Brother, what you got cooking, and anything else you'd like to say?
Not much cooking, just coding, waiting for May 12th. Spent fucking $400 I probably shouldn't have on a new Switch when the new models coming out in just a few, like probably a year at the most, but probably more like 6 months. And yeah, that's about it. Mario's about to cross $1 billion. I think they're at like 900 million now.
Wow. Holy crap.
Good times.
Oh, that is great.
As long as it embarrasses Disney, I'm happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's excellent.
Oh, yeah, they're at 871 million right now.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Looking at it right now. Dude, that's fantastic. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep squeezing it out. Did it say what it did for the weekend? I am curious. I do want to see those other horror movies, speaking of which. Evil Dead and The Pope's Exorcist. I know Draven saw both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
made 227. Oh wait, no, that was Easter weekend. Made. Never mind. That's not it.
I know they don't make it easy to get to the main the weekend. Yeah. Asswipes.
But I seen Mario this weekend too, as well.
Nice. See, you keep giving support to it.
That's a good time, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in IMAX, so it's
Nice.
Yes.
Evil Dead did 40 million worldwide. So yeah,
Nice.
Mario's still cleaning up.
And look, Disney or Nintendo will turn into a shit company one day too when the whole new generation takes over. But for now, it's still a lot of the original guys. It's still good, so it's like I'll support them. You know, till they turn to crap. You know, when the next generation that doesn't know what it takes to build what they have come in, that's when it'll start going to crap. But then the third generation, like they say, it's the third generation that squanders the wealth, you know?
Yeah.
The first generation builds it up. The second generation might at least be able to maintain it, but it just isn't quite what it used to be. And then the third generation hires Dylan Mulvaney to fucking promote their beer. So,
yep.
Holy hell. Yeah. You're not wrong there. Holy shit, man. But we're going to go over the box office tomorrow on ETEP's channel anyway. So yeah, we'll cover everything in more detail, and they might squeeze out a few more bucks anyway between that time. They'll post an update rather. Draven, let us know what's going on, man. We had fun the other night. Watching all that wrestling.
Yeah, we watched ROH and Rampage last night, and then watched the episodes of All Access that we hadn't watched, and yeah, it was a good show. But this coming Wednesday, this is the card for Wednesday. Apparently, Tony Khan is going to make another announcement.
We're now sponsored by Bud Light.
We'll hear from him. He's catching on to the, let's stop making these. We have an announcement, and we'll just hear from him. Thing. So it should be a good show. We'll do that at 10:30 p.m. Eastern over on my channel right after Holy Shit News. Yeah, and thanks for having me. It was fun talking some Resident Evil and a little bit of horror.
Dude, absolutely, man. Yeah, that's what it's about. It's the fun stuff. Yeah, I want to maybe do a stream at some point talking about like writing and horror elements that what kind of works in the story and what doesn't. I mean, I don't know. We'll play around, just kind of shoot from the hip all the time. Because it's pretty cool. Nuke, real quick there too. He goes, Evil Within. Frankie, I think played both of those. I saw some of them. Yeah, I played some of it. I know it is from the creator of Resident Evil 2, I believe. And yeah, most of that game is like a head trip. It's some crazy stuff that goes on in that. He gave me the second one. I have it somewhere, but I'd eventually like to play that. I just got to make more time for that type of stuff. But it does look like a great game. I saw him play big chunks of it. It's pretty damn cool. Let's see anything else I missed here. Lion Rat, 900 million. Mamma mia. Good stuff. Oh, Sim's in the house. What's up, Sim? Hope all is going well, brother. Go support his projects out there, his campaigns. He's got some good ones. Go find him on Twitter and all that stuff. Sim's got some great stuff here. What's up, Stig? Yeah, we were just closing up here, going through everybody. But man, Stig's another cool dude. We had good conversations this weekend too, and on Trina's channel. Real Horror. Go subscribe to her channel as well. What's with the horse? She got busted again, didn't she? She's on the run. Adam, brother, let us know what you got going on and how you doing.
So pretty much, I'm not really doing a whole lot of anything. You'll catch me on Wednesday with Mr. Draven, of course, with the AEW stuff. And if I'm not in a panel or on the panel, I'm always usually in the chat with all these fine, lovely people. Always having fun. Been doing a little bit of stuff on some of my other channels. If you know who I am, you'll figure it out and find it and have some fun. But I did have fun this past Thursday, being in the chat of 3 streams at the same time. So I went ahead and recorded it. And it's really funny when the audio of all 3 blend together. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's a stoner thing, but I found it hilarious. When the conversations have nothing to do with each other, but it sounds like they do. So, yeah, kind of one of those things. But yeah, man, other than that, just glad to be here and had a lot of fun. Sorry I didn't have an overabundance to say, but I did enjoy the movies and some of the animated stuff that they've made. But I didn't never check out the TV show. I heard it was pretty bad, and I just never got around to caring.
Yeah, I would pass on that. I only watched like the first episode and a half, and I'm like, nope, I'm out. I was attempting to I was going to review. I'm like, no, this is just too shitty. I'm not going to do it. Not going to give them the ratings or any of that. I want to see Resident Evil Dead Island. Looking forward to that one since they're going to have more backstories on characters as well and what they've done and the time between 5 and until now it looks like. So that's cool that they're adding more to it. They're putting more in there. That's definitely a good thing. Thanks. 200 first backers, a physical book, get a free sketch card. All right, cool, man. Go support Sim. Go check out the links. He's dropped his link there for the projects. Do it up. Support some indie creators here. I got a couple of campaigns out there too. You guys are aware of. I am working on City of Venus 2 right now, but if you want the first one, you can still snatch it up. It ships right away. Through the Woods. Another fantastic project, hardcover, completed story, 100 pages. I don't know why you haven't got it yet. If you're looking at it and you're like, oh, I've been on the fence, just get it, man. You're going to be happy that you did. Ships right away. You guys, everyone who's gotten it loved it. Same thing with Shadow of the Kraken. 52-page perfect bound pirate story. It's got all the elements you need in there of a fantastic pirate story. Plenty of twists and turns, building up something big for this series right from the get-go. So yeah, if you want to see some of the other kind of worlds that I'm exploring here, and again how eventually certain things are going to be connecting, I think you guys will really, really enjoy it. Once again, you don't have to buy everything in order to appreciate those stories, but if you do, you'll see extra stuff, and it's going to be a damn good time. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Sim. Yeah, thank you, brother. Yeah, he said, yeah, he's got them all. He can't wait for City Venus too. Yeah. Again, there's a lot of work I'm putting into this, so guys, don't worry. When it comes, it's going to be well worth it. I can tell you that. It's going to be a damn good time. So everybody, thank you for being here tonight. Keely Chow, Sim, Stig, Frankie Nose, Lion Ratton, Nuke, Toy Mafia, Papa Cotton, Edwin the Ace, Tree Rock Creations. He dropped some good funny ones out there too. Godzillionaire, same deal, man. Good people. Trina, Tommy, thank you for popping in for a bit. It sucks that the storm kind of knocked you out. Spike 220. Going up a little bit more.
If it was a storm and not just the wind this time.
Yeah, I know. Our weather's been so shitty lately, all around. I think we hit everybody, but yeah. So we'll be back. We're kind of doing the whole circuit again. Monday is going to be a couple of different streams. If Tommy's internet is holding up, I think we should have a 5 p.m. stream over on his channel. And then ETEPS at 8:30. So tune in for all that great stuff. Lots more happening. Thank you each and every person out there. We'll go out on some. What do we got here? Scroll through this, man. I got to get rid of some of these things. I got too many. I got way too many I don't even use anymore.
Too much fun.
Yeah, too much, right? I always just
Can we watch Mario Kartitis since the movie's about to hit $1 billion?
Yeah, we could do that too. Okay.
Giving Disney Mario Kartitis.
Here we go. Yeah, this is Disney's reaction. It's me, Mario Kartitis. Oh no. Oh, we forgot to play this one today too. I like to play this one a lot.
Fuck you, James Gunn.
Yeah, that's always fun. We'll do the Keith David. Everyone, have a great night, and we'll see you in a little while.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!